Good evening, everyone. Starting a tad early. But hi, I have returned to play virtual reality chat for the personal computer. I got an invite from Horizon, so we're gonna join him.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
I mean,
Well, how
some
does it
people like to do that.
I know there's
Hello,
a couple of people
Galatina.
I know that like to do that.
Giratina,
Hello.
hello. Long time no see.
Oh, I can
Yeah,
have
it's
blood
been a
bags.
minute.
Oh, look how kawaii desu that is.
What's my hand pointing there? No, come on. Yee.
Bro, what is with all the bullshit attached to this avatar?
It's supposed to be that type of an avatar, but hi there, Galatina.
Hello.
I am in full body for once in ages.
Insane! No way.
I know. I am using the actual stuff I paid money for? Oh my
What?
god.
Crazy. Who'd have thought?
Yeah! Yeah. Yesterday was a funny day for me and Nuggy, and ended up with me passing out and Nuggy being like, oh, I'm... Well, he passed out. Yeah.
I see. Very cool.
It was our 1 year anniversary thing.
Yeah, I gathered by your
I'm
status.
happy. Yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, very cool.
Well, how are you doing, Decorating?
I'm doing okay. Actually, surprisingly, it's much easier than I thought to get a 360 video playing in VRC. Bad news. My the school Wi-Fi still blocks VRC servers. It doesn't block the website. It doesn't block the SDK download, but it blocks the servers. Which means that I have to run shit off my hotspot, and my hotspot isn't exactly up to the task of running 360 video in anywhere near
Wait.
real time.
VPN.
Oh, VRChat hates all the VPNs that I've tried. And so either the VPNs that I've tried, they either have limited data, VRChat doesn't like them, or they're slow because they have unlimited data. There's a set of 3. There's BetterNet, Windscribe, and HideMe are the ones that I've used.
You can try to use ones that are...
What?
You can try to use, what do you call it? Like a paid VPN?
Plus
But I don't know if
money.
you have a paid VPN.
I don't have money. And the thing is, I have a legitimate reason to be using it, and I'm sure I'd be able to get it unblocked if the fucking tech person would ever exist, because he's never here. Never. He's supposed to be the leader of, because we have these like stewardships or whatever. Essentially, you do stuff for the school for a certain amount of time every week, and you're sort of, different groups or whatever.
Yeah.
He's supposed to lead the tech stewardship, which I'm in, but he's never there. He's the teacher. Like half the time we're in a room without a teacher because he's not there, and I don't know why. So like, if I could talk to him, it'd be fine because I could send him an email theoretically, but I don't know what ports VRChat uses. I don't even know what information to give him on what to unblock. And so, like, it's best if I could just talk to him in person and be like, hey, this is the thing, this is what I'm using it for, da-da-da-da. But, like, no.
You can just send him an email about the fact that you're doing a school project that requires you to use a certain server that you do not know.
Yeah.
So when he has time, he can just contact you.
True, as if he's ever gonna contact me.
Office hours, at least.
Office
Or
hours.
He can give you his office hours, at least.
I don't know if he... The goofy thing is they have him managing IT for 2 different campuses, the lower campus and the upper campus, and I'm sure they probably don't pay him amazingly. So you never know if he's going to be at the upper campus or the lower campus, and I don't think he has office hours because he's not technically a teacher. He's, quote-unquote, the director of technology. I don't know why they assigned him to stewardship, but...
Oh! I can lower the saturate the value of the room color, and that's gonna just
Yeah,
not
you
make
can make it
brighter
not.
anymore.
Yeah, that's what I did the minute I got here.
Yep.
I did not know that. I had my eyes being seared with white, and it just
Yeah.
reduced the color of the thing of the game.
Oh boy.
Like with OVR.
Yeah. No, nice to have the world settings. Well, yeah, we'll see. Either way, it's gonna happen eventually. It's just like, because the thing is, I have all the Unity stuff set up on my laptop, and I could do it at my desktop for testing, but like my desktop storage is way too full, and I don't want to have to like have a project on my desktop and on my laptop, and then have everything be fragmented, and then all this other BS, and like, ugh,
No. No, no fun.
it's too much effort. So we'll see. And I still don't know how to play a
It's supposed to-
360 video
Mhm.
locally. I know how to stream it from a web server, but all of the video players I see don't have options for playing local files. It's just from a link, which is odd. But
Bro, why? Why?
oh well.
Why?
Technically, can't you host a local, like a local server? on
Could I
the
do that for the
machine?
Quest
It's in
version?
that as a
Like I'm thinking in
No.
terms of building it into the world, you
No.
know? Like have it so that some of the
Mhm,
files are local, so that it's not, you know, for internet connection's sake.
Fair enough, yeah.
Bro, why do they make it so your brain
Reminds me of something I
what
wanted
is
to
it?
ask
What is
you. So yeah, ask you. I'm gonna be updating my hard drive situation here, and
Oh.
my hard drive
Uh-huh.
setup right now is because this computer that I have is pretty old. My OS is actually
Yeah.
installed on a SATA SSD. I know it's not the greatest, but
Okay.
it's still an SSD.
It's
I mean, it's
fine.
fine. Yeah.
That works.
And I have a 1 terabyte NVMe SSD, which is I'm using for my
Yeah.
game storage. And then I've got my
Okay.
bulk hard drives that I just store like projects and documents and stuff on.
What does
Now,
the
I
other
wanna
tail
get-
look like? Is it a
I
bear
want to
tail?
improve my performance because I'm noticing the speed on the SATA SSD is just not that good anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna buy a new. I'm gonna buy a 2 terabyte NVMe.
Mhm.
Now my motherboard only
Okay,
has one
mhm.
slot, so I'm gonna have
Oh.
to get
Okay.
a PCIe adapter.
PCI extension card.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
what I'm wondering is, would it be better to go OS the OS drive? Because I'm just gonna clone the SSD that I have onto the new one.
Yeah.
But would it
Yeah.
be better to stick that in the PCIe slot or on the motherboard? I'm thinking put that on the motherboard and have the game drive on the PCIe card, right?
Yes. Yes. Because also make sure your motherboard can support bifurcation. Bifurcation.
Bifurcation, yeah,
Mhm.
Because if you're gonna buy a PCIe card, it's gonna be taking like 16 slots. Like that's the full
yeah.
length.
That'd be 4.
Oh. Oh, so you're gonna be taking the lowest one, I guess. Then.
Yeah,
Oh,
the one
okay.
I found is by 4, so.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking if you are gonna using like a full card, then it's better to get a card with a bunch of them so it can support by. Then you have to make sure that you support that or
Bifurcation,
not.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Like it
but
has
I've-
4
I've-
drives. Yeah.
I worked it out. It's like my CPU has 24 PCIe lanes. Graphics card's taking up 16. That leaves me with 8, and the NVMe takes 4.
Mm-hmm.
That leaves me with another 4 that I can use.
Okay, fair enough then.
I thought the motherboard chipset
Yeah,
took
fair
up one or
enough.
two lanes as well, but maybe that's just a misconception. I don't know.
This must have been
It
gone public
takes
recently,
4,
'cause
but
everyone-
they're like unpublished
Dif-
PCIe lanes technically.
Ah, okay.
So it does use PCIe lanes, but they're not like the extra lanes that you get.
Gotcha. Nice.
But yeah, you are
Yeah.
right. It does take up PCIe
Yeah.
lanes.
I'm tempted to
Mhm,
get
mhm.
another SSD because the prices have gone down so much. Like a lot.
Oh yeah.
So I'm so
I
surprised.
think it
Getting
would
a
go
2
into an
terabyte.
Yeah. Because like a
for
couple years
80?
ago, I paid like $100 for a 1 terabyte NVMe drive, and like not a high-end NVMe drive either. Like, not terribly low-end, but
Oh,
not
this is
high-end.
terrifying.
And now, for like 60, 70, I can get a 2 terabyte NVMe.
2 terabytes. Yep.
I know, it's terrifying.
Crazy.
Who does this remind me of?
I
Like,
bought
those
mine around
Paris
$100,
Hilton.
and it's like a terabyte.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Insane.
it's like same pain. But I bought mine in what, like 2019?
Okay, that's not that bad. I
20.
low-key
If-
bought mine in like
19, yeah.
2021. So,
The thing is, that was when the prices started going up. When they just started going up because of the hike.
yeah.
So I bought it like a second before the things went up, and I was like, oh, good.
Yeah. No, I took a little bit of a gamble because it was I've used SanDisk memory cards, but never their SSDs before. And I was like, I don't know if it's good or not. And I opened the package. I was low-key a little worried because there was only one flash chip on the SSD for 1 terabyte SSD. I was like, oh damn, okay. But it's actually surprisingly good,
I
and
got scammed.
it's 1 terabyte. It runs pretty fast. It's faster than my laptop drive, which is a Samsung. So that surprised me.
I think
Huh.
the only issue with those is that they have the half capacity DRAM cache.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the
So
copying large
if they
files will be fast at the start, and just like, boop, you're dead.
Yeah.
Speed is dead.
Yeah, so they slow down a bit faster, but they're like the reading from them is just as fast as from any other SSD,
Yeah.
really.
I needed it because at that time my entire system was running off a 1 terabyte laptop hard drive from 2011 because I had no other storage when I built it. And so I needed something that was not a mechanical hard drive. And I think it was worth it.
Fair
But-
enough. I'm thinking right now, should I got my MacBook and take the hard drive out? Like I have a 500 gig SSD.
Wait, SATA or
No.
which MacBook is it? That's the real question.
Oh no. It's
No,
an
no.
external SSD. It's a Samsung SSD.
Oh,
I put
gotcha.
in there.
Because I was gonna say
okay.
the 2015 and on those like the 2012 and on
Oh, mine's
MacBooks.
212.
Yeah. No, like I forget what it was, the years, but the ones that use not SATA solid state drives, they use a stupid, weird, horrible proprietary connector that looks like NVMe, but it's not. It's M.2. I'm getting my things mixed up. It looks like M.2, but it's not. It's slightly different, and so you can't put it in an M.2 slot. And so if you want to use a MacBook drive like that in something else, you have to get an adapter, which like people sell, but it's too expensive because who the fuck wants to put a MacBook drive in a not MacBook? Most people want to go the other way around.
Honestly, but people pay a lot of money for those drives. You're better off selling it and then just buying it.
Yeah, true.
Like in my case, because I have like I got the MacBook I had from the 500 gig hard drive that I had on it, and replaced it with a 2 terabyte one and a 500 gig SSD.
Yeah.
And I did Fusion Drive, which is their version of RAID 0.
Hooray!
RAID. Yeah, it's like software RAID.
RAID 0. So it is practically, if any of these two ones die, I lose.
You're
everything.
done.
Did I
Everything.
tell you? No.
Hooray!
Yeah, so I had that for like quite a bit of time, but now my laptop is dying. Well,
Yeah.
it's technically dead.
Oh,
Technically
rip.
dead. Every now and then it works fine, but if I just move the screen a tiny bit, it's gonna be like. It's just like the whole screen starts spasming or like what, and the laptop will start making beeping noises.
Oh god.
And it will just turn off. Yeah.
Is everything
like,
okay?
Beep 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 beep. There's like shutdowns. No, it's not.
You know what year it is?
What did you do to it?
2018.
No, it's an all 212. That's the from. Okay, I will show you a photo, and you. I think this is a GPU, dead GPU RAM.
Oh, they did a silly with those ones. I remember that. They're literally dedicated boards you can buy that are the GPU killer boards for the Mac that, like, kill the dedicated GPU on startup so it'll only use Intel graphics. And it sucks and it's stupid, but it means you can use the computer. It's just so goofy.
I don't know if there's Intel graphics on this thing or not.
I mean, if it's, I think most MacBooks had it, especially from that era. Intel was just building it into mobile chips at that point, I think.
Okay, let me send it to.
What's with all the furry? Jeez.
We are in VR chat.
Yeah, true.
I mean, that's fine, but I literally typed in gum. Like, what?
Gum. But yeah, and
There you
then,
go,
like,
both of you.
let me open
Take a look.
Discord.
Let's take
Oopsies.
Yeah,
I changed the
okay.
SSD.
Oh,
I know exactly
Yeah,
what issue.
I get you.
So
Oh,
do
wait.
the lines move? Do the lines move down?
Yes. No.
Yes. Okay, so they don't move
They
down.
don't
They
move
move
down.
horizontally.
They move horizontally, but not down.
So this is
That's,
not the VRAM. This is it's actually a display chip that has the contacts on one side are just either dead or just completely removed or whatever. But it's it'll be the horizontal sync in this case. That is fine, and the vertical sync is just dead. But it's the
Because
display chip
funny thing
And-
with
itself.
this display.
Wait, and that would cause the whole thing to just yell at you and then shut down? That's so goofy.
Let me go ahead and see. Okay, if you look into the picture clearly, do you see the bottom row? How the lights are not fully lit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this screen, this laptop, I at some point in time I was using it, then I had like a,
Uh-oh.
and the screen turned off, and it did not turn on again. Then I went
Oops.
to a guy and be like, "Oh, can you help me with this thing?" No. Before I went to the guy, I opened my laptop. I was like, "Can I look at this?" And I look at the screen connector cable, and see right next to it, there's a fuse.
Mhm.
Fuse completely blown.
Oops.
Yeah, that's the pop
Okay.
sound that you had.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It smells like the burnt electronics too, so that was fun.
Love that.
No.
So went to the guy. Can you fix this for me? He's like, "Yeah, I can fix it." And
It says
he
it's
fixed it
$30
for me.
by Gumroad.
Hello. Greetings.
Not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Not
That-
worth
that
it
was,
Yeah, I
whatsoever.
know, but like, it
That was
doesn't
a
even
quick
look like it's
15
worth it
minutes.
if they pay me.
15 minutes.
Yeah, you said
This is like it's something
I'll
from
be
the
back in
NES.
15 minutes. That was like an
The-
hour ago.
Did it say 15 minutes?
Yeah, that's goofy. Horizon, I thought you had
Yeah,
a...
I said 15
This is
minutes
older
ago.
than I thought it was. Because it still has the metal power button. It's not keyboard.
I'm setting everything up.
Oh yeah, it is
Why
metal.
does
Yep.
it, why does it do this?
That's nice.
This
So,
laptop has 16
You see
gigabyte.
when I
It
move?
had an 8 gigabyte RAM, upgraded
Yeah.
to 16.
oh,
The
that's a
hard drive went
5.
from 500 to 2.5 terabytes.
Imagine having upgradable
And-
RAM. Oh man.
Exactly.
The
I
later
know.
ones
This is
don't.
the last one that actually can be upgraded.
Wait, does it have a DVD drive? That because I think you said you replaced the DVD drive with a hard drive,
It
right?
had.
Okay.
Yes,
So it's
I
that, yeah, that generation. Gotcha. I have the one that's slightly later than that, and it's still nice. You can't upgrade the
Mhm.
RAM, but the storage is upgradable at the very least, and
Hmm.
it's a nice computer. The problem is just the fucking keyboard. I swear to God, they like bolted it in place. And that's the one that I told you
Oh,
about
the
that had some
keyboard in this
goofy
is
issues.
fantastic. I love it. I
Yeah.
love the keyboard in this one.
Hatsune Miku.
That's true, but it's still just expensive e-waste these
Yeah.
days.
No, like, and the
It's
goofy thing about the one that
appropriated.
I have that's really weird, and I don't know what could be causing it, is, well, I have some suspicions, but it runs amazingly for a little bit, and then it will just stall at random moments. And it's not like it runs slowly, it just stalls. It freezes. And then, a couple seconds later, it's fine. And then it stalls, and then it's fine. It just hangs a lot. Which is weird, because my dad has the exact same computer, literally the exact same computer, slightly
Mhm.
different specs, but the exact same year, the exact same size, and it doesn't do that. Like
Yeah.
it'll run slow
you
sometimes,
mean
but it
it's
doesn't just
cyclic?
stall. No, not the spinning beach,
So
not the
it-
spinny beach ball of death. Like it'll just freeze up.
No, I mean like the actual issue happens over and over again within a set period of time. Not
No,
a
just
specific
randomly.
period, but
It'll just randomly happen. Like
I know what it is.
when I'm using the computer.
The graphics on this PC
Why
are
not
not
if I turn
very-
fur
Is it
on?
doing anything specific?
Um,
Like when it is using
It
the
depends.
GPU or is using the CPU?
it depends. Really, when I'm doing like just moving stuff around on the desktop, it doesn't stall. But doing any like action, like opening a web browser or trying to close an application or stuff like that, like when I interact with something or open something, and like I know things sometimes hang for a little bit, but it's like abnormal to an abnormal extent.
Mhm.
Like I've used MacBooks like this before. I don't think they do that.
my immediate thought is that's thermal.
Yeah, because I probably do need to repaste it. The weird thing is that, again, like, my dad has the same laptop, and I don't think he's ever repasted it, and it doesn't do this. But it's very possible. I just need to repaste it.
What's that? Just
Yeah, my
download
laptop
like a
hasn't been,
thermal software thing.
replaced
Yeah,
since
this
I
is
got it.
Just
true.
download a thermal sensor
Yeah,
and look at the temperature.
Monitor the temperature so you see
Yeah.
what happens when it hangs.
definitely. And that's the other goofy thing too, is
But it's-
because it's bolted on with the
Oh, this
keyboard,
is
because it has keyboard issues.
Oh my
And this was the stupidest thing. Like, shout out to this one guy on YouTube who, like, his video's like 500 views. It deserves so much more. Because the power button is on the keyboard and water was spilled on the keyboard, it was doing this stupid thing where it would turn on and then it would shut off at random points. And it was seemingly random. And I realized that it was because it thought the power button was constantly being pressed down on the keyboard. So it would try to boot and then just shut off. And it was the stupidest thing. And I hate that so much because I can't exactly remove the keyboard because it's bolted to the frame. So there isn't much I can do except unplug the keyboard. When you unplug the keyboard, you unplug the trackpad. So you essentially lose everything.
What do you think of
And
this
that's
one?
not really a laptop anymore.
Do you want my honest opinion?
Yes.
I think it's horrible.
When I see that, do you know what I think?
Oh my gummy.
Gummy will like that.
When I look at that, I think, look for the Gummy Bear album in stores November.
Yes.
No, I'm thinking more of Pastel Gummy would like that. Like that after I was like, look at it, I was like, happy gummies.
Snack.
I feel like if it didn't have the weird physics going on, it would be a lot better. But
Yeah.
the physics when it
The
moves
the,
is just,
the the physics are a little goofy. Just a tad.
yeah.
You know what you said with the connector thing? It could
Yeah.
be that, yes. Because thinking about it here, if I move the screen a bit, it can cause it to start, and every now and then it just, if I don't move it at all, it will be fine. But the thing
That's
with
right.
that, like, okay, so I had the like with the screen thing, I had the pop one time, and the screen went dark and never went back on. I see the backlight is off. Like it's one of those old MacBooks where it has the glowing, shining beacon of
Yeah.
light behind it.
The
I hate it.
Apple, yeah.
Yeah,
Who?
the CFL lights. Yeah.
So I can just have my phone and flashlight
Yeah, you
behind
shine it
and I
through.
can see my screen is on. It's just like the backlight is dead. I was like,
Yeah.
okay. Look at the thing. The fuse was blown. Went to the guy. The guy was like, fix it for me. I was like, oh, fantastic. I
This
got the
is what
laptop.
Rickle
I
Pickle
open
would
it
have.
and immediately it dies again. I was like,
Oof.
dude, come back. It died immediately again once I opened the screen. I was like, okay. He's like, he went in, fixed it again, and gave it to me. And it was fine for like a month. Then, oh, heck. Why do you randomly jump? Anyhow, so it's like, and it's like after a month or two, just randomly, it's like half of the backlash just died.
Oh,
Oi,
damn.
stop jumping. So it just
So
died randomly
the
and
display-
kept using it because it's too much.
the display issue, like not the backlights, but the actual thing you're seeing on the display, that's 100% the display chip. I've seen that issue a number of times.
Mm-hmm.
Repairing them is 50-50. Like sometimes you can open it up, you can because it's like they're flat flex cables that are like soldered. So you can use a heat gun and maybe like try to reflow the solder
Oh,
that's
no.
there.
They're not flat flex cable. They are a cable that's you take, you hook, and you
Oh.
lower down the hook.
It's those
Oh,
things. I've seen that. I
zip
hate
socket.
those. Because my experience, I mean, maybe it's just me being bad, but maybe it's me being bad, but I found that they get damaged easily, in my personal opinion. But I don't know, maybe that's just me being a bozo.
But there should be two of them, right? One for vertical and one for
No, there isn't
horizontal.
one.
There's what?
Oh wait, hold on. Is it not a screen cable? It's not
It's
a
not the
screen
one
cable,
that
is it?
connects it to the PC. It's the one. It's the ones that take the signals from the display chip to the
There's a single
display
cable.
itself.
Oh,
There's
so
a
it's
single cable that
inside
goes
the
from
display.
display to the laptop.
There should be
Oh.
a cable that goes from the laptop to a display chip and then the display chip will marshal the data and power out to the horizontal and vertical separately, because they have to do those separately. So that chip will separate those signals out, and it'll be either the vertical or the horizontal that's damaged.
Oh, okay.
Also, it's inside of the display itself then.
It'll be inside the display, yes. It'll be in the
Okay.
back of the display somewhere.
Gotcha.
Oh no, fuck that. No, fuck that. No.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Repairing them is, like I said, like it's 50-50. Sometimes you get lucky, and
Yeah.
sometimes it's just e-waste.
It's so unfortunate. MacBook displays are actually really nice.
This godforsaken.
Yeah, no, the
Oh no, the
quality
quality
of
of
the display
that
is really
one
good.
is nice.
Yeah.
Quality of
Yeah.
the display was fantastic. I love it. But the only problem is when half my backlight died.
Yeah,
like, I
no,
could
it's not
see
usable.
colors.
No, that's the one thing I noticed getting a PC laptop, because all of my friends have MacBooks. Literally everyone at this school has
It's
MacBooks.
strange, because
Sitting
this
like
PC is
right
better than
next
my
to a
own PC.
friend, we were both playing like Minecraft, right?
So,
And they were like, "Why
you
is
could
your
do
green
that.
so yellow?" And it was. It was
It's like
surprisingly
literally turn on
yellow.
the anti-aliasing
Like the colors are just
filter.
really nice. I was like, "What the fuck? What it?" Huh?
It's
Yeah, the
strange.
colors are kind of not good. Like I only notice it when I compare it to another screen, but
What's my anti-aliasing at?
the MacBook ones are really nice.
I have.
Oh yeah,
I have
I have
Mm.
mine
FPS.
to 8 as well.
This is
Yeah.
the cable I was thinking of, but it's not.
I don't. I remember turning it up to 8 times, and I just haven't bothered changing it since. Actually,
I can
let
only
me
put it
let
It's
me
not
look
this
what it's
cable.
like without it on.
I can put it on times 2 on my own PC. But yeah.
Oh, the shimmering on the edges of objects. Yeah, that's why I changed it.
Mm.
Forgot about that.
I'm using a Vive. Things
It's
shimmer
strange
no
because
matter
Also
what.
lower than
It's
the Mac
really
OS.
bad.
I can't really see what's so much better, but everything feels so much better. I don't know. It's a strange feeling.
Oh no.
Feels smooth.
Yeah, also because I have my FPS.
Oh yes. When you have a smooth game, it's just like this game does not feel. It just feels weird. It's like, why am I having
does.
frames? This is
I
not
know. Like, my gosh, the fact that I can run this game at 45 to 90 FPS,
Why
what?
do you look like a virus?
Yeah, you look
I
like
don't
a
know.
virus.
Be careful.
Yeah, this just wants makes me want to buy a better GPU.
Mm. It's nice, but it depends. Like, the prices are still goofy right now.
I don't think there's any GPU out there that's worth me upgrading to, except the
Wait,
new.
what do you have now?
What is it? The 4070. The.
But that's
which is
overpriced, though.
Oh.
No, it's a 6000 series.
The 4070 isn't
AMD.
worth it. The amount that I paid for my 3080
Oh my God,
was
what
like
is this?
725 before tax, and then after tax was obviously a lot more. But the price for a 4070 is around that much. I mean, a bit less, but like for the performance you get, it's, you know what I mean? Like, I'm completely happy in my purchase decision of a 3080 right as the 40 series released because, but still, like,
Well, at least for me, like the prices in the UK are different. Like,
yeah.
for the prices I can get graphics cards at, the best value right now is the 4070 Ti, whatever the newest one is.
The newest, yeah, the 4070 that
Mm-hmm.
people reviewed and were like, it's cool, but the only reason it's good value is because the rest of the lineup is terrible value.
Yeah, that one.
Mhm.
Literally that one. It's
Yeah.
the only one that's worth like upgrading to for me, and it's not because the FPS increases I'd be getting
Oh.
is so small.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I remember hearing something
VRAM
very funny
is
about
nice,
that.
though. Mhm.
By the fact that you can buy the 6950 XT
Yeah,
for
right.
exactly the
Yes.
same
For the same
price.
price, because AMD was like,
Bit
Yeah,
lower
so
value.
we're just
Yeah,
gonna.
Just
This is supposed to be a gun
Yeah.
room, but I look like
You're
a
gonna
giant
just
hill.
so do you want the frame rate? So you go for the AMD one. If you want the Nvidia features, you go for the other one.
Nvidia's like
Well,
slowly
that's the
running out of
thing.
features, in my opinion.
That's the thing. Like
AMD's
CUDA
catching up.
could actually be real benefit to me.
CUDA's nice. I will
Yeah.
say it is. It's
CUDA is very nice.
very helpful.
I
But
might-
low-key with the Nvidia
I
prices,
might
I'm
actually take the hit
getting
on
a
frame
second
rate
thought.
just to get CUDA.
It's just like, I don't know.
I know your pain there.
The prices are fucking
yes,
terrible.
I do not hate AMD, but I'm not gonna go for them because most of the stuff I
Yeah.
use need CUDA, and I was like,
I
don't
use
know,
like
no.
nothing that use the one thing like I do stuff for fun that might make use of it, but like most of the stuff that I want to do, if I can't do it on the GPU, there's no, you know what I mean? Like I can do it on CPU and wait a little longer. I don't really care too much. And like, eh, I just care about value and
Okay.
what's gonna work and
So,
not
Gratia,
die.
I would say one thing for sure. If you have a NVIDIA GPU,
Mm.
you never worry about having it work
Oh, this is
when you
gonna
turn
be a
on
Yeah.
something.
glorious retake.
When you have
Okay,
an
well
AMD thing,
that's
you have to worry. It's like when you
that's
turn on
debatable
something,
sometimes.
you
My
have to.
friend had some really goofy display blanking issues on his GPU. But yes, most of the time they just work, and their drivers are so much more stable, so much more. Although AMD's getting better, but like
Yeah, they are getting better. I'm not
I
saying no.
just like I don't know. Nvidia, I trust their product because they've been consistently good, but I'm here for the value.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, like I paid a lot of money for graphics cards, sure, but that's when I have money. Most of the time, I don't have money. Most of the time, it's like whatever is the cheapest and best for that price.
I've
So
been doing a lot of machine learning stuff recently.
yeah,
So I think the number of like machine learning platforms that leverage CUDA is just
oh yeah,
there's just so
definitely
many of them.
there are
And
very
AMD just
helpful.
have nothing that compares. The best
Yeah.
you got is Vulkan, and even then, like most of the
Ooh,
stuff does
that's old.
you have to
Yeah,
right, and you kind of have to custom code it for Vulkan.
yeah, it's not exactly it for that. Yeah, if you're
Worth it.
serious of doing, yeah. I get
But
you.
so especially in today's world, like machine learning is just
Oh
increased
boy,
so dramatically,
it
especially in
has.
the last few months.
Oh yeah, I
Mhm.
hate it, but it has. It definitely has. Fancy
Oh,
stuff.
I have not seen that corn in so fucking long.
Oh my,
Wait, is that your avatar?
probably.
It is that avatar.
But yeah,
Oh yeah, it is that.
whack. That's that actually is the one thing that might be that was tempting me to get to wait for 40 series was the AV1 encoding, because that's something that I do actually care a lot about is the media encoder shit. For
Yeah,
streaming
that's actually
stuff
very
and
fucking
other
useful if you
things.
stream.
Yeah, and even in terms of not streaming, like I rent because what I do for YouTube is I upscale my I upscale my videos a little bit because YouTube fucking kills the quality. So I'll upscale them to a slightly higher resolution, and that takes time because I don't just want to record at that high resolution. One, OBS won't let me, and two, performance. So I upscale them later, and that always takes some time. If it would go faster and be more efficient, hell yeah! Like I'm all down for efficient media encoders.
I agree, but the nothing supports AV1 right now. Like Twitch doesn't support it, YouTube
Not
doesn't support it.
yet, but yeah,
No.
I getcha. It's tempting you for the future. Long term buy.
If they were supporting it right now, 100%,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be even in my mind. Like, I'd just go and buy Nvidia AV1 and just be happy. But there's nothing there.
Yeah. This is
It's
true.
like,
There's nothing there
It's a
yet.
promise to make things in the future, and
Yeah.
when is that gonna
You
happen?
hate these.
No, I getcha. Yeah.
I'm sure they'll
Do
do
that
it,
a lot, but
how long will it
Oh my
take?
god, this is absolutely
yeah, no, for sure. Cause yeah. I mean, honestly, I'll be fine. Like my plan was to just buy something and have it last for 6-7 years, and I'm hoping that that's what this will do. Hopefully. It'll probably be fine.
You know, Gabriel, when you said you are happy with your purchase there, like
Yeah.
the 3080,
Mhm.
I'm just thinking of here as like the thing is like thankfully I did not do the stupid move of oh, I mean it would have been a fine move at the time, but I
Yeah.
would have regretted immensely.
Mhm.
But the move of oh, let me just not buy a GPU until the 30 series come in and just
Mhm.
get that one. It's like
Yeah.
I just bought it when I had a 2080 Ti. Then that thing
Death.
was dead on arrival practically. And changed it to 1080 because it was the release thing is way too close. Like, okay, let's
Yeah.
just buy a 1080 and call it a day. And This boy have sad me so long.
No,
I am proud of
it-
that. I'm
the
proud of
10
that one.
series is surprisingly good. Like, I don't understand what kind of magic they put into those cards, but literally, it's
Yes, they are
insane that they
not
last so
efficient,
long.
Sure, but fucking hell.
It's insane that they last so long and they're still relevant. Like, I played this game
Yeah,
amazingly.
like-
If I'd have repasted my CPU and GPU, I probably would have been fine for another 3 or 4 years. Like, I just wanted an upgrade anyways for, this goofy odd game. But if I was not streaming and I just repasted them, I'd have been fine. And
Mhm.
like everything was running amazing. And I think the other thing too is partially for popular games, we're experiencing a little bit of a plateau for requirements. For the high end ones, things are getting up there. But for like the mainstream popular games, the requirements are really low. Like you can play them
Oh,
on
yes, yeah.
almost anything.
But I think that's because like people's expectation for like high graphics is one thing, but high frame rate is the new thing. Everyone
Mhm.
wants high frame rate.
Imagine being a frame rate enjoyer.
I want it to be like more than 60.
More than 60, wow. Imagine.
And not in VR, of course.
If I don't see the stutters, then I don't mind. That's my philosophy.
You know what?
I don't.
That's also completely valid. I just want it to be more than 60. 'cause
Yeah,
I
that's
see the stuff if it
understandable.
is less than 60.
No.
It feels super
yeah.
sluggish, so like I hate that.
I don't really care too much. I mean, my monitor is 60 hertz. My other monitor is 60 hertz. I get no benefit from running no real major. People say like, in competitive gaming, it's better for
Oh, no,
this,
no,
it's
you
better
get
for
the
that.
benefit.
But I personally,
Oh, Grazina,
I'm
you
not
get
a
the
high enough
massive
level
benefit
player.
of skill tearing.
Horizon, I'm not a high enough level player to take advantage of that. The 3 times that I played FPS, I suck. And I've played the other games that I play, it's like,
benefit of screen tearing.
oh yeah,
that's
no,
what
it's
you
so
get for
fun.
getting
I
high
love
frame
that.
rate.
No, it's
Well, the
perfect.
other benefit, but the benefit you have of like using a low frame rate on like a 60 hertz monitor is a cooler GPU, which will last longer.
Oh yeah, definitely. Longevity is key. Because my case is already a fucking hot box. It's not good. So
I paid for the whole speedometer. I'm gonna use the whole speedometer.
no, that's what I hated so much about when my computer was throttling. I was like, fuck you. Use it all. Use it all. I get so ticked off because right now my GPU is at 56% usage.
Mhm.
My CPU is at 18. We know
Mhm.
excess overlay blatantly lies. It's probably like 30 or 40. But I'm only getting 45
Yeah.
FPS. Use all of it and give me 50 or 60, please. But no, it's not. I don't know why it's not doing that. There's probably some valid reason or some other thing that's happening behind the scenes, and it's using all of blank resource or this resource. But like, it's still something that bugs me.
Probably a bottleneck somewhere. But
Oh yeah,
I
clearly.
understand your pain. And then I was like, huh.
Use it all.
Here, the bottleneck is Unity.
Oh yeah, true. Actually, because the thing is, if I turn off my camera, it just skyrockets up to 90 and it sticks at 90. It's really the camera just cuts it in half, but it doesn't change my usage at all, which is the goofy thing. I turn off the camera, and okay, well it does a little bit. That was a lie, but it's still not at full usage. My old GPU would stick at like 98. This goes up to like 60 or 70 max. And when I turn on the camera, the usage goes down, which is goofy. So I think VR chat itself is probably throttling things a little bit for the camera. Because I don't know why the
You know what
usage
it
would go
be?
down
It's
if I
like
turn
how
on the
it
camera.
handles multi-threads.
Oh, it
Probably
might
it's
be.
how it handles multi-threads. Yeah. It's unable to handle them as well. So it ends up with like unbalanced stuff, I guess.
Yeah. Because my Steam VR overlay is running at like 200 FPS. But that's Steam VR, so that's a different thing. But still, it's more than capable of running higher.
Okay, so let's just see. My for fuck's sake. My status right now is like FPS is 66, VRAM is 80%, and GPU is 95.
Mm.
CPU is 26, at least on VR thingy here.
Okay.
If I turn on the camera, it becomes
This looks like
come on.
Uncanny Valley.
Exactly the same with 2 frames less.
Yeah.
No, 10 frames less.
Oh. So for me, I'm 90 FPS with the camera turned off, Steadicam off, obviously. Steadicam kills your performance just as much as turning on a camera, which I find weird as well. But if I look places, it goes down by 1 or 2 FPS. And then my usage on GPU is 70, 6.4 gigs VRAM, CPU 25, but again, it lies. And then if I turn the camera on, my GPU usage goes down to about 50 to 58%, and it's hovering around 57 right now. And my VRAM just went up like a little bit, but my CPU went down to like 18. So,
Huh. Yeah, we'll call that just like the game not being able to utilize the multi-threading as
and
well.
yeah, 45 FPS. Yeah,
Probably,
that's so goof.
probably they're using the same thread that renders the game normally to render the extra one.
Yeah, that would make a
So,
lot of
technically,
sense.
it is pegged with more tasks. So bottlenecked with more stuff.
That's so goofy.
It's not utilizing the other ones. This is how I see it.
to
It could
look
be
at-
completely else.
You have to look at it as on a per core basis. Like you have to analyze each core and see what's going on.
Let me just get a little
True.
task managering. I still need to set XS overlay to run as administrator because it is not it that I just can't see task manager. ARM.
Oh,
You'll
I dropped
probably
down to
find
50
that your,
frames.
Oh.
your preferred cores are like pegged, and the
Yeah.
rest are probably doing nothing.
They're doing a little bit, but I think I can chalk that up to like some of the OBS stuff. But there are like 4. No, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 that are doing a lot, and the rest are doing something. I don't even know. This usage thing is goofy.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
kinda
my
hard to
CPU is at
tell, but
40%.
yeah.
Yeah, no, the overlays lie. They just lie. I don't know why. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, they blatantly lie. Like I'm looking in Task Manager, it says it's 43. If I look on my wrist, it says it's 17. So, but yeah, this is what it's looking like. So I don't know. And then yeah, I mean there are definitely things that could be a bottleneck like slow ass RAM or something like that, or like lack of PCIe 4. But still,
None of my CPUs are pegged. My GPU is the bottleneck in here. It's at 99%.
nope. I'm at 75% 3D, 70% video encode, and
Oh, mine is 99% 3D.
yeah,
Mhm.
yep. That's what my old one would do.
GPU
Mhm.
is set at 40%.
40%. Gah?
Hold on. Let me.
Wait, what frame
let me
rate are
do
you
a
getting
quick
though?
Funny.
90, which is my
Oh,
my
damn.
limit is set to.
Yeah, that's so goofy then.
Hold on. Wait, can you hear my AC right now?
Barely.
Kinda,
Like
barely.
it's a little like shh in the background.
Okay.
Horizon, I swear to God,
So,
I'm gonna commit a crime if
no.
I hear that notification sound one more time.
He went to.
You're gonna
visit,
announce it only hear it
someone
one more
else.
time.
Oh, is that
Wait,
what he's doing?
did
I
I
thought he
just-
kept crashing.
Why is
Because he
my...
wanted to talk to me, but I was with
Oopsies.
Hype in Discord.
You can go join him.
Oh, the high priority thing.
Oh,
But yeah,
Olivia would like to join you.
so goofy.
Okay.
It's Olivia's coming.
Mhm.
A reason I turned off the AC right now to do a quick funny.
Oh, I need an AC now. It's so hot in my room. It's crazy.
Heat.
Yeah,
Pain.
I started sweating right now. Fuck. Fuck. And I immediately start sweating because the temperature
Oh,
just
no.
immediately rises on top of 21.
Horizon, no. Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna do
The
a funny.
Okay.
temperature for
I'll be
me
right
this
back.
morning when I woke up was -2.
Oops.
Negative.
It was actually decent. It was like
No, my AC.
it was like 74
I can on.
Fahrenheit, which is like I don't know in Celsius. It's like pretty good though.
74? No, that's decent. Yeah.
The low
no,
was
my
like
AC has like a
60,
display
50
where
something.
you
Yeah.
can, you know.
Oh wow, look how beautiful I am. What is this? This is
74 is like 23. The thing is, like, for me, that's the temperature I started sweating in. Even though I live in a fucking desert.
Damn.
Go up. Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm used to
They
using
look
AC.
hot.
But okay, there you go.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So
You're very.
you cannot
hot.
hear anything in the background on my side, do you?
A little bit, but not much. It's like very quiet.
This is as open mic as it gets.
Hmm.
Can you hear something?
I hear air noises.
It's like a
PC on full fan.
Oh yeah.
a whirring.
Oh no, my
noise, yeah.
PC is wait, let me see if I can let me see if this is audible. Let me just turn that down. My noise filtering's already off. Here we go.
You're nice. GPU at 69. Also, hi, Olivia. Wait, what is it up here? Hi. Wait, is she here?
Was
Let me
that
see.
audible?
Oh, she's there. Hi, Olivia. Come quickly. Come closer. Why are you standing so far? Hold on. Okay, I'm dying. I'm turning on. I see.
Oh, okay, yeah. So this is the noise my computer makes.
Why are you sitting all the way over here?
Oh boy, that's it sounds like something is scissoring in the background, not gonna lie.
Mind you, that's Mind you, that's headset right next to the computer. No, that's just my goofy off fan with the silly bearings going burr. It does that.
Hmm.
But also, if I didn't know. Like, okay, I mean, I know how temperatures work, but I just didn't have a vision in my mind of how hot these temperatures actually were, because I put my hand on top of my GPU. I know it says not to on the sticker, but I did. And what the fuck? You could cook something on that.
That's hot.
you
That's
can
not
make
fun.
yourself a bird.
You could.
Yeah. Wait a second. Olivia? Did you get there?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's just something wrong with my
Mm.
my computer. I don't know. I feel
Hmm.
like I should be using more than 30% of my GPU.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, you're getting like
Yeah,
90
no, it's
FPS
awesome.
apparently, so that's
Are you mad because
weird
of,
then.
It definitely feels
NVIDIA
like
phone?
it. Like it's
Yeah.
really smooth. And
No,
looks good.
definitely. I like this.
Because I did not let you in?
Graphics
Dial, I
quality,
have a
ultra,
sure way to fix your
anti-aliasing.
issues.
Yeah, same.
Because yesterday
You gotta turn it off
That's
and
not
then
it.
turn it back on.
didn't even make the
It's not an issue though.
Nobody going.
It's
Yeah,
more
because it's
personal
running at
than an issue.
maximum, which is weird.
Because
But yeah,
it's the anniversary.
But I do have like a frame rate limit at 90.
yeah. Well, I mean, actually, it depends on the headset you're using, but like my headset doesn't do any more than 90 anyways, so.
This is the Vive Pro 2. It does do
Oh.
120, but I've noticed at 120 it gets really hot. So I only
Yeah,
run it at
definitely.
90.
No, yeah, my headset already gets a tad warm at 90, although, you know, it's not that bad.
It just makes me sweat a lot at 120, and I
No,
need it
definitely.
to adjust it down to 90 just to be more comfortable.
The other thing too, I had well, when I was using the Rift, I had the wireless adapter, and it got really warm. Like I was really worried. Like I said, because there's like an unofficial TPcast server, because you know, the company's essentially dead now. And I posted a message. I'm like, is it supposed to get this hot? And they're like, oh yeah, that's normal. What? Like, I know it's using like fancy
okay.
wireless stuff, but like, my god, it was like hot to the touch.
Just every now and then there are some
So.
times where I just don't want to shit.
Funny.
I'm being too selfish with Nug there. I do not want to share Nug on that special day. I want to have him all for myself.
Funny moment, but oh well. I've been trying to get a wireless adapter for the Vive, but you either get the TP Cast, which is rarer and still expensive, or you get the Vive Wireless, which hasn't dropped in value because it works for the Vive Pro and Cosmos. So there's no way to win. They're all just too expensive.
Yeah,
Like,
Vive got expensive, like
it's like literally I'd be paying more for a wireless adapter than I paid for my headset, which is insane. Because I got mine used for like 170. So no.
Yeah. I
Really
I
just
also
depends
have
which
like two
version of the
headsets.
Vive you get.
Yeah, it does.
The Vive Pro. That I
Oh,
mean,
people are asking terrible amounts for that. Like the original Vive has gone down a bit, but the Vive Pro has not.
I
Vive
kinda
Pro 2's
like
even
that
worse.
there's.
Yeah.
The price is just
I
has not
I
changed
kinda
at all.
love that there is
Yeah.
like a Quest 2, you know.
Yeah.
It's a cheap way to
Yeah.
get into
No,
VR.
the cheapest way, actually, this surprised me. The cheapest way to get into VR right now, if you have a computer, is the OG Rift. I've literally found original
Yeah.
Rifts in my area for $70, which is crazy.
Yeah,
But they're actually
you
surprisingly
get
good
like
still.
base stations and everything.
Yeah. Full kit.
Yeah. Full kit, yeah.
Like
I
just
got-
buying a base station now,
Yeah.
brand new, is like over $100.
When I
And you
got
get
my
two of them
Rift,
Because
for
I
I
got
have
my full
70.
kit and I got the headset and everything for $80. And they're a little cheaper now, but like all of it for 80 in great condition. Now with the Rift you have to worry about the cable having issues because you buy it used and then Oculus is goofy with that. But like for the price, it's phenomenal. And
Yeah,
because
it's
it's the Rift
phenomenal,
and the
yeah.
resolution's lower, you don't need a supercomputer to run it. Like you need a VR ready PC, but the prices are getting cheaper and cheaper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true, it's true.
That's
'Cause
insane.
I have also two headsets. I have the
Yeah.
Index and the Quest 2.
Yeah.
Because my sister is using the Index and I use the
Nicholas.
Quest because I can just take my Quest to my friends and
Yeah,
play
no.
at my
Nice to
friend's
be
house,
portable.
or you know, like it's nice to have it portable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love but some VR headsets are like so fucking expensive.
Yeah,
and
no.
it's not
like
say
the
you already-
Index or like the Vive Wireless now.
Yep.
It's man, these prices are fucking huge.
It's a little goofy. It's just like people like
Even the
classic
Quest Pro is
overpricing.
like
Mhm.
1.2
Oh
or
yeah.
something.
Oh, I'm never buying an Oculus
Yeah.
headset again. Well, a Meta headset again. It's just like
I mean, you also have to look at why they cost so much. It's not that they're just trying to steal all your money for it. It's like
Yeah.
the
the brand new ones make
it costs
sense.
a lot to manufacture.
The used prices have been a little wacky
Yeah.
though, because people overassume the value. Actually, I had this too. My local Goodwill had a Google Daydream VR, and those are like worth nothing. But I assume they just searched up
Yeah.
VR and put in the first one, and so they were trying to sell it for $200. I was like, what, buddy?
Yeah.
What is
That's
going
true,
on?
yeah.
But
I
actually,
mean, the Quest
good.
3 is coming up soon, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be like on
Well, that's
September or something.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised
It's
it's
gonna be
been
good
this
value for
long
people, I
without
think.
an update. Because I mean, Quest 1 to Quest 2 was about a year, and now it's been 3 years without a refresh. So
Aw.
I
we'll
mean, the
see.
Quest 2, I mean, I'm using the Quest 2 and I'm completely fine with it. I don't even miss my Index.
I
Only thing that can make me consider buying the Quest 3 at this point is if it has pancake lenses.
oh
If it has pancake lenses, it'll be worth it because the price has gone up to $500.
oh wait, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
My problem. I have two main problems with the three main problems with the Quest. One is the tracking. Like I know most people don't care, and most people say that
Yeah, the
inside-out tracking is the
biggest
future.
problem, I think.
But it pains me so much because what the cameras do, especially when you move fast, is they just estimate, they guess on where your hand is. And especially for games like Beat Saber, like yes, it doesn't matter that much, but the inaccuracies bug me a lot. And you know, any movement behind your head, it is gone. But especially when like I know I
true,
made that hit,
yeah.
I'm 100% sure.
When I
But
do
it's
that,
just guessing because I move too
I
fast.
lose
So,
tracking.
But the Quest Pro had
Mhm.
the inside-out tracking built into the controllers.
Yeah.
And people
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know
yeah.
if the new controllers for the Quest 3 will use the same technique.
Seems interesting. Yeah. That's
Because if they do,
I
that
don't know.
might fix a
Might be
lot of the
useful.
tracking issues.
Yeah.
I saw that the Quest 3, there are like some leaked renders of it, and it has like huge cameras at the front or
Yeah.
something like that, or like tracking stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I think
It's got
they're
full-
gonna fix the.
They're not for
Hopefully.
tracking, they're for pass-through.
Oh wow.
Ah, okay. But
All of
I
that for
still think the
pass-through.
tracking on the Quest 3 will be fixed. Because
Yeah.
Yes.
I
We'll
don't
see.
actually mind the
Can you
I
fix
mean,
these
the
shoes?
tracking is not
I
that
do.
Why are
bad.
these
I
shoes
think
black?
the only
Yeah, I gotcha.
I think the biggest problem is the full body. To get
Yeah.
full body on Quest 2, that's the biggest problem.
Uh,
The tracking is
Sure, I
fucking
can fix
dog.
them, but
Yeah. No,
But
the my
I don't know
main
where
thing
they
with the
went.
Quest is My biggest thing with the Quest is the software, the horrendous, terrible, awful software. Like, it's fine if you've gotten used to using a Quest, but when I switched from Quest to Vive, it was insane because I would press a button, and then 20 or 30 seconds later, I was playing a game. With the Quest, turn it on, takes ages to boot. Sometimes it would want to connect to my PC, sometimes it wouldn't. Sometimes it would. It just there were so many software bugs and glitches, and then I would have to run Steam VR through Oculus and then deal with the stupid Oculus menu and a bunch of other really unfortunate things just to play my games the way I wanted to, which kind of sucked.
I actually never used my Quest. Like, I always, even when I go to my friends, I always use like the link, you know. I
Yeah,
never
definitely.
use the Quest standalone.
Oh,
Actually,
standalone Quest has gotten
because
so
it's
much
so
worse.
much better.
No, I played standalone
Yes,
Quest because it was all I had for like a year,
Oh,
and
I see.
it was for the time I used it, it was great. But every single time I go back to it, it's depressing. It gets slower and slower with every update. And especially for games like VR Chat,
Yeah,
like it just gets worse and worse.
yeah.
It's quite sad
True.
actually. 'Cause I have such like good memory. Because when I originally got it, it was like great because it was new, and so it was relatively high performance for a Quest, and so like it was great. But then it kind of just tapered off. So
I still think if you have like a very good PC and you just want to play like VR casually,
Yeah.
I think the Quest is like the best thing you can get.
it's
But if
actually
you're
yeah.
like a full
As a beginner for VR,
if
it's a
you
great
are
option.
like if you're like a hardcore like VR, like you want full body and shit, then go for Index or the other ones, you know.
Yeah. People have quite a
I
fascination with
remember
the
the
index.
day.
I don't know.
I remember the day I upgraded from the Rift S
Yeah.
to the Vive Pro 2.
Oh
I came
yeah.
on VR chat and I was like, okay, this is awesome. And I was talking to people and I was like, yeah, I just got the Vive Pro 2. I'm really enjoying it. It's such an upgrade from the Rift S.
Yeah.
And they were all like, ha ha ha, you just got scammed so hard. You paid $1,200 for something that's worse than everything else out there. The Quest is like $300 and 10 times better.
And that's not
Yeah.
it's not better. It's really worse, but it's not that huge. Not
subjective.
that of a huge gap,
Yeah.
like people say.
Yeah.
Because
the big difference for me is the resolution.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, the resolution.
Yeah.
The Vive Pro 2 has 5K resolution, so that's like
Imagine.
huge compared to like even the index.
No, I'm living in
Maybe,
9 ppd. Resolution is cool, but what I much prefer is like comfort and ease of use. Because I went from my headset trajectory was Quest 2, CV1 Rift, Vive, so it just went down in resolution. So like, I'd love a high resolution headset, but I prefer this to using the Oculus stuff because it's always such a pain as I just go. The only thing is the controllers. The Vive controllers are actually terrible, but you just live with it.
I'd rather live with the Vive controllers than use a Quest.
Yeah, I agree. That's the one thing that Oculus has down is the controllers. The Quest controllers feel a little bit cheap, but the Rift S original Quest and CV1 Rift controllers are actually amazing. They feel like quality, and they're nice and useful, and swappable batteries and all.
Hopefully they can improve the Quest 3 controllers enough to make it worth it.
Yeah.
I think that the biggest problem is the controllers.
Use, like, in different places, because like, I
yeah,
can use it
I
wirelessly.
so
I could
want
use it
a portable headset. Like,
exactly, I could take it on holiday with me.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
like a good one.
Stick it in my
Yeah, that's why I got the
Yeah.
Quest too. Yeah, that's why
Yeah,
I got
definitely.
the Quest too, because I can just go to friends and I
Yeah.
can every time I go to my sister I can just take it with me.
Yeah. No, I've
Yeah.
been tempted to get.
And then the resolution is also
Rift one.
not that bad. Like
No, it's
everybody
decent.
says,
Link, it's
I
good.
like the
Native
resolution on the
Quest, it's
Quest
bad.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, native it's bad. But if you have like a very good PC, like I have
Yeah,
a
you're fine.
decent one. I have like a 3070 and
Yeah.
stuff like that. You know, I
Yeah, it's
can
great.
put it on 4K resolution. It's very good
Mm.
resolution. The
Wait.
only what's
Yeah.
I don't like is the controllers. They're
hmm
uncomfortable.
They,
The index
yeah.
ones are more comfortable.
I will say the Quest 2 controllers do feel cheap, and the main problem I had with them too was that because I use my Quest heavily. The stick drift, that was my like mildly annoying. The main thing was that because they clip on with the plastic, it became so loose after like a year and a half of use that just by moving my hand slightly down the controller, the battery door would slide off. And so it would happen in the middle of playing a game, like Beat Saber, I'd accidentally slide the battery door off, and nobody wants that. Whereas, well, some of them they're not
Yeah.
replaceable, like the Vive, but in the original Rift and like Quest controllers, they had magnets. So it would just magnet on, and
Oh,
that way
yeah.
you wouldn't just easily slide it off, and it didn't rely on a plastic clip that just broke down.
I actually recommend if you have a Quest 2, you can buy something for your I don't know how it's called in English. I have it too. You can buy this on Amazon. It's like $20 or something. You
Yeah.
put it like over your
The cover?
controller. and
Oh,
you
the
can slide
controller
your hand
covered
in.
like grip
So
Controller,
things.
yeah, I could grip.
I've seen
controller,
those.
yeah, it's the best thing. It's the best thing you can get on the Quest, actually.
I'm not,
in my
I'm
opinion.
not
For the Rift,
personally a
I've been
fan, but
using
I've
them now
seen
for the
those.
Rift.
Yeah, me
Ah.
too. Because I can, you see, I'm not holding my controllers. They're like,
Not the Rifts, the
Yeah.
Vive. Yeah.
Imagine.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like it because like it's got the Velcro, so you can adjust
Yeah.
it,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
and you
get
can
you.
make,
Yeah,
make
yeah,
it as
yeah,
tight
yeah,
as you want around your hand.
Yeah.
Much more comfortable for playing like Beat Saber because
Yeah.
you're not gripping your controller really
Oh,
tightly
yeah.
then.
Yeah, definitely.
And your hands always like feel like free.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah,
can
yeah,
move
like
nice.
you can
fingers, yeah.
completely let go, like not grip your
Yeah.
controllers at all, and
Yeah.
they just stay
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I'm doing
Yeah,
it.
that would be
like
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
a nice imagine.
Yeah,
It's actually
Yeah.
you
nice.
just
Yeah.
have to get the Velcro the right tightness because
Yeah.
if you get it too tight, it's uncomfortable. Too loose,
Yeah,
it
of
will
course.
fall off.
If you, yeah, I have the same problem. I can tie it in and up like, and if it's too tight, it's kind of hurts your hands. But if you get the right
Yeah.
tightness, it's actually feels very, very nice.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, it's like just a
Nice.
small amount of pressure around your hands.
Yeah.
It like keeps it in place, and
Yeah.
Yeah. I prefer them to like the straps that go around your wrists or whatever.
Yeah, no, the
They're just
wrist straps are
useless.
bad. I'm not a fan. It's like people have tried them before and it didn't work. Nobody, well, okay, maybe some people did, but I didn't use the wrist straps on Wiimotes when those were a thing. I don't think anyone I knew
Mm.
did. Like,
took
they're
'em
just
off.
painful. Yeah, take them off immediately.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the other thing. I don't know if this happens to you. Maybe it's because you have the things. My other main problem with the Vive is the controller disconnecting thing. Because I set my controllers down sometimes, and so I'll have one set down while I'm navigating with the other, or for some reason, and then the other one disconnects. Like, not fully disconnected, it's still on, but because it's not there, it automatically does the one-handed control on my other hand, and so I'm scrolling or interacting with something, and it just shoots me back. And it's the most painful thing, and I don't know how to stop it doing that.
It's still like it still happens to me. Like after 10 minutes, it'll just disconnect, and like my hand will fly up or whatever.
Yeah.
But with these, it happens less often because like they're
Yeah,
still
they're moving around more.
and
Yeah,
it registers that movement.
that's nice.
Also, if you ever see someone who's fallen asleep in VR and they're still holding their controllers, even like when they're asleep, that's
Yeah.
why,
Yeah.
because they got the
Oh,
straps.
the things on, yeah.
Yeah. Because it still
Very
tracks.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I also like on the Quest 2 is you can use Link wirelessly.
Mhm.
Like,
Oh no,
in my-
Airlink is
every
lovely.
time
Wireless is so nice.
Yeah. The wireless is so fucking nice. You don't
Yeah.
have to have like this fucking cable behind your back all the time,
Yeah.
you know? It's
I
very
got
nice.
so used to
Because
the cable,
in
but
my
it's so much
place,
better.
I have a very nice router. I have
Yeah,
like a Wi-Fi 6
same.
router, and it works so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just press it
only-
and I'm connected to my PC.
Yeah, I bought a router just for
The only
Airlink.
thing I
and it's
don't
lovely.
like about that
Mhm.
is
Mhm.
the compression you
No, the
get
compression.
with
Here-
the Wi-Fi.
Here's the problem. The Quest has compression over link cable. And that's the thing that bugged me the most because I got we have a fancy link cable at the school and I plugged it in and I used it and I was like, I can still see the compression. What is this? And it's not that much better than my
It's
Wi-Fi
USB.
because I have a great Wi-Fi router. So like that really,
You'll always have compression over
yeah,
USB.
it's
There's
always
nothing
going to be
you can do to
compression,
fix that.
which sucks because I'd rather it be
Yeah.
slightly
but you
pixelated than have
can-
compression. Compression just bugs me so much more because pixelated I can still see the image, it's just going wacky, but the compression, it's just like it bugs me more than lower
The
resolution.
Quest
Oh, I
3
see.
is might use Thunderbolt, which will be the
Yeah,
PCIe video
that would be
output,
helpful.
so
Hopefully good.
that would be better.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the PCIe,
definitely.
yeah.
No, that's yeah.
So it'll be certainly a lot better than the Quest 2. 100%.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But no, I
But
do
yeah,
I do
the
love
compression
wireless link though.
Is the big problem for me.
Yeah, no, I getcha.
That's why I like the cable.
For first games, especially like VRC, where I want the visual quality, it's great. But for Beat Saber, wireless Beat Saber is the best thing ever invented.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Well,
what I do.
yeah.
Wireless Beat Saber is the best thing. Yeah.
And you don't really care about the visuals so much in
You don't
Beat
care as
Saber,
much,
as long
no.
as you can see the blocks coming at you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. You're hitting
You
the
can
blocks.
just
That's all you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, the only real problem is some mild lag spikes sometimes, but as long as you have a dedicated router for that. Like, I only had problems with that when other people were using my router, which ideally doesn't happen if you have a dedicated router.
Yeah.
But I still do love wireless adapters. I think honestly, yeah, wireless VR is the future. I love it. Like the
Yeah,
cable,
for sure.
the cable will always I think the cable will, well, not necessarily always, but will probably exist for a long while because cable is always gonna be more reliable and have more bandwidth than
I mean, we
wireless.
still
But
use. I mean, you.
It lasts longer too if
I
you're always
mean,
plugged
all
in.
pro gamers still use like
yeah, but like
LAN
with
cable,
wired
you know?
headsets, you
Like
can.
LAN is the best.
Oh no, yeah, because the
Yeah.
ping on
Wi-Fi
Wi-Fi is
is-
horrendous. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Especially across
yeah.
rooms. If you're not in like a smaller living space, it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
And then reliability
That's why I
too.
think the
I don't
cable
have that
will
issue. My
always
router's in
stay.
my
Yeah.
Well, the thing with wireless is, like, you can't see the interference. You can't
Yeah.
see what's going on.
You don't know
Like,
how to fix it. It's
just-
just there.
And unless you know how to, like, scan for interference,
Yeah.
which most people don't, like,
Mm.
you could be stumped on an issue for
Yeah.
months and you might
Yeah.
not know why.
That's the other whack thing is that like my ISP gave us an ISP router that we have to use because it's a router bundled with the fiber box. So you have to use
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
router. You plug something else into it, but it has a Wi-Fi network on it, and what it does by default is it doesn't have dedicated 5 gigahertz and 2.4 gigahertz network. It's just one network, and your device automatically switches between it. So when I'm out in the kitchen, it automatically switches to 2.4 gigahertz, and then I turn on the microwave, and then it dies, and I'm like, where is my internet?
Yeah.
So it's
Oh, I see.
so
But
whack.
my router has like two spots. It
Yeah.
has like the 2.4 and
And
the
the
5, and
yeah.
it's separated
Yeah.
actually. So
Yeah,
I can choose
definitely.
what I'm connecting to.
Yeah, my
That's-
personal
that's
router
really nice.
has
It-
that.
Mhm.
But some of them just do that. Like it's an option. I can turn on the option to make it one network, but I leave it off because
Mhm.
separation.
Yeah,
What you
always leave it
really
off.
want?
Yeah.
What you really want is a router that's next to you using 6 gigahertz instead of 5 or 2.4.
I didn't know that there
That
were.
would be the
I
best.
didn't know that people like 6 gigahertz was actively a consumer thing. I mean, I just knew about 2.4 and 5.
You can with the new Wi-Fi 6E stuff, you can get 6
Yeah.
gigahertz.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. My router has two. It has Wi-Fi 6 or Wi-Fi 6E, and I think
Yeah.
Wi-Fi 6E is
I
even
think
better.
mine's
And the
6. I don't know.
connection is wider or something like that. So you never lose like the connection almost.
Yeah.
I can move
I-
like around. Because I
Mhm.
remember I had Wi-Fi on an old router before. Every time I did walk with my phone to like my kitchen or something, I never had Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
It was so fucking bad. I had always room. If I was closer to the road, I always had like good connection. But if I go like from my room to the kitchen, I lost Wi-Fi on
Yeah.
even of my iPhone always.
Yeah.
And after I bought this router with Wi-Fi 6, all my problems with the Wi-Fi did just go away. I don't know.
Oh, useful.
So I mean, even
You really
even
like that
upgraded
Avatar type, don't
my
you, Goosey?
main board on my
Mhm.
PC to have Wi-Fi 6 also.
Yeah.
Big problem that people have with their Wi-Fi is
Why?
actually congestion.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
they don't
A bunch
realize
of
it because they're
signals.
not looking at it.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
2.4 specifically, like
Oh,
there's so
yeah.
much stuff on the 2.4
Everything uses it.
spectrum that it's just yeah.
Yeah, even
So
the
5 gigahertz
Logitech
was supposed to
mouse
solve
or
that.
headsets are using.
That's nice,
Yeah.
Goosey.
Yeah.
5 gigahertz was supposed to fix that problem, but now 5 gigahertz is congested as
Saturated
well.
too. Oh boy.
Yeah.
6
yeah,
gigahertz
yeah.
will actually fix that problem because now people are going to move over to 6 gigahertz
For a
and
while.
spectrum's so much
Yeah.
wider. It's huge. It's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
much
it's
bigger than
huge,
both
yeah.
5 and 2.4 together.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Even if you buy like a headset or like a mouse from Logitech or something or from Razer, all the wireless mouse and headsets are they using 2.4 gigahertz.
Yeah. Even if they have a dongle, they probably
Well,
use that 2.4
Even
gigahertz.
a dongle uses
you
like
add-
2.4 gigahertz. Yeah.
If you add up the
Oh, baby.
spectrums of 2.4 and 5 gigahertz together, it's 400 megabytes, 400 megahertz wide.
Yeah.
That is everything we've been using so
Oh,
far has
boy.
been 400 megahertz. 6 gigahertz is 1200 in total, just on its own.
Yeah.
It's more
Fancy.
than double. Well,
Yeah.
actually, it's triple.
Quite a lot.
So it will solve the congestion problem. And
Yeah.
what are you doing, Mateo?
What?
You just
Hi,
you're just playing
how are
with
you?
Mateo. Okay. Hello. Sorry, are we having too much of a nerdy talk for you?
No, it's fast. Continue. It's not a problem with me. I'm just fidgeting.
Yeah. My
So that'll solve the issue, but the problem is your headset needs to have
Yeah.
6 gigahertz
built in.
compatibility.
Yeah.
And
My I don't know if this
so
is
that'll be a future thing.
I don't know if this is much as a thing for 6 gigahertz. My only thing is like interference
No,
because I've
I'm okay.
obviously
We don't
between
talk about
2.4 and 5 gigahertz, one of the main problems with 5 gigahertz is just like less range, obviously. And I've noticed with even higher stuff because the wireless adapter that I had for the Rift was pretty high. I think it was like freaking like 40 or 60 gigahertz because I don't know, bandwidth or some other reason like that. But I noticed if I put my hand in front of the adapter, the signal would go wonky. So my only thing is like, how is the range gonna go? Do we just shove more power into it, or like, are we just gonna get terrible range?
Well,
I have the same
just for the
problem
fact
with
it
my
being a
mouse.
higher frequency, it's gonna be higher power.
Yeah.
That's how you get the higher frequency. But it will actually be more reliable and less susceptible to interference.
Okay.
It's
Vibe.
like
Have the
if you
same-
remember the old school walkie-talkies that used ultra
Yeah.
high frequency, and then they moved over to the very high frequency, and they go further and
Yeah,
have better
real far.
communication. It's the same thing with this. It's like
Mhm.
you're putting more energy into the smaller area.
Yeah.
You get much better penetration through walls and things like that.
Gotcha.
Yes.
But
I have the
range
same problem with
suffers.
my mouse.
Yeah, I get you.
I have like a Razer V3 wireless mouse, and every
Oh.
time I don't remove all my bottle because I always drink like Coca-Cola or Pepsi or something, and it's it's on my desk always. And if I don't clean my desk, sometimes when I'm playing Counter-Strike or Valorant, I lose tracking with
Oh,
my
no.
mouse because it's like on 2.4 gigahertz, you know?
Goofy.
Yeah, it's
Well, with
it's
6
fucking annoys me
gigahertz,
every time.
your speeds are going to be like 2 gigabits per second.
Yeah, over Wi-Fi, that's
Theoretically, that's what
crazy.
you'll be at.
Like,
Yeah,
man, no, it's
that's
insane
land
to see.
speeds.
Yeah, it is. Like,
Yeah.
just the fact that all this can exist Like, because literally like 3 or 4 years, no, like 4 or 5 years ago, we literally had like a like 10 megabits per second down, 1 megabit per second up internet plan. For like ages, that's what we
Yeah.
had. Because my parents didn't see the point in upgrading internet at all. And so the fact that you can get these kind of speeds
yeah.
over Wi-Fi, it doesn't have to have anything
Yeah.
like that. Like, insane.
Yeah.
Actually.
You can also
It reminds me, we're gonna have to play Find the Ethernet Cable soon.
Oh yeah, so
I
fun.
mean,
Yes.
even we had you guys need to remember we had times where USB 3.0 was like a new thing. Like
Mhm.
remember we all had PCs with USB
Yeah.
2.0.
The thing that
Yeah.
surprises me the
And you had
most
Wait, is that
is
not the
how much
newest
stuff
thing?
is
Did it come out with
still.
something else?
It surprises me that USB 3.0 still isn't on everything, because USB 2 is ancient now, and the fact that like there's still
Yeah,
things
it's so
shipping
ancient, it's so
that
slow
that
also.
like have only USB 2 or a lot of USB 2, and because I was looking at motherboards,
Yeah.
and I found a motherboard that had like 4 USB 2 ports and like 1 or 2 USB 3 ports, which
Yeah.
was so confusing because like my motherboard has literally no USB 2.0 ports. They're all 3 or
Mine
higher.
has like 2 USB 2, then like 4 USB 3 ones, or
Yeah.
USB 3.1 or something, the newest one. And then it has also the fast USB 10 ones, like
Oh, the
red
10
ones,
gigabit.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
The 10 gigabit
Well, there
ones,
is a
they're
reason for
super
that.
fast.
Yeah. Hmm?
Yeah.
And the reason's drivers.
Oh, true.
Oh, maybe, yeah, maybe, yeah.
Universal
You'll
support
find
and
a lot
everything.
on server motherboards and
Yeah.
workstation motherboards. So
Compatibility.
USB 2.0,
Hooray.
it just works.
Yeah,
And
that's
drivers are simple, they're easy, and they just work everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
So that's why
Definitely.
they're
I don't
included.
even
And
have a new main
oftentimes,
board. I have a. Yeah.
okay.
What you wanted to say? Sorry.
Oftentimes, like at least older motherboards, they would like have dedicated mouse and keyboard.
Oh
ports,
yeah.
but like
Surprisingly
it
long
used to be
lasting.
PS2.
PS2 has been. I
But
still
then they-
see them
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
It's wild, especially on slightly lower end, even consumer motherboards. I've seen them on new consumer motherboards that are slightly lower end. They still have it.
Well, it's just
I'm not
USB
sure
2,
if mine
just
has
split
it.
out into a different DIN connector.
Yeah.
But it's just USB 2.
Yeah.
I have
Crazy.
not the newest main board. I have a little bit older one. I have the B550 one.
God.
So
Yeah.
B550. I'd love to have a B5. I still have a B450. No PCI 4 for me.
yeah,
So
like the B550 is
okay.
really good actually.
Yeah.
For like a Ryzen 5000, it's a
Yeah,
really good one.
definitely.
But yeah,
The only
But
benefit
even
from
this board
PCI
has, like,
4 right now
e-
would be storage.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
My
even
my
this
only worry is
board
it might
has
bottleneck
like
my card in the
two
future, but-
USB.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean even this B550 board that I have has like two USB 2.0 ports. Like
Yeah.
for what? Why? I never
Hmm.
use them because
Yeah, I get
down
you.
there it has like four USB 3 point
Yeah.
something,
I
and
mean-
then down there are another
Yeah.
4 red ones. You
I
know?
mean, I can see maybe
Yeah.
like whenever I have USB 2 ports available, I always use them for keyboard or mouse because it's something that I just
Yeah,
want
yeah,
it to
yeah.
I want it to be reliable, and I want it to like I don't want to waste high bandwidth ports on keyboard and mouse.
Oh
So-
yeah, yeah, true. Yeah, but that doesn't
mean,
make
what's the-
sense because look,
Mhm.
that doesn't make sense because look, my board has two USB 2.0 ports
Mhm.
up. Then down there it has 4 blue
Hmm.
ports, the USB 3
Yeah.
point something boards, right?
Yeah.
And down there is another 4 ports for the USB 10 ones,
Yeah.
the super fast ones.
Yeah.
So it has 8
3.2, yeah.
fast
Yeah.
ports. Yeah, it has 8 fast ports and then 2 slow ports, 2.0
Yeah.
ports for what? Who is using them?
True.
No, they're
maybe
for
it's
your
like-
keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, it's probably
Oh,
for
the keyboard.
that. Yeah, that was something that was odd because almost every single other computer, well, not, but like every single other motherboard I've seen has at least like one USB 2 port, but mine has none. They're all USB 3, which was a bit odd.
Okay.
But I
think
don't
even the
know.
newest ones, like the 760 or like how it's, I don't
Yeah.
know what is the newest one right now. Even those have like 2.0 ports.
Yeah.
The
Some legacy stuff.
X670 and the X570 ports.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fact that
yeah,
like
yeah.
my motherboard, which is like a 2018 motherboard, has a DVI connector, says a lot. Like, things stick around for
Oh, okay,
quite a
yeah,
while,
Aw, sad.
even
Is
if
it
they're
at
not
least
needed.
dual link DVI?
I have no clue how to tell. Doesn't one of them have like more,
Does it have the
like a couple more
cross?
things?
It
If
has a
it has
cross
the
in the
slots or a cross, you can
Mhm.
tell the difference that way.
yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
you can there's also in the middle, you can tell in the middle is at the one there's like a hole, and the other one is something different, I remember.
Yeah, I gotcha. I don't know. I haven't checked.
You just look at it, and if it looks like it's got a negative sign, that's
Yeah.
actually the faster one. If it's got a positive sign, it's
Mhm.
actually the slower one.
Oh, weird. I don't know.
The
Yeah.
I
the
DVI
best
is
thing I
just
love right now,
not it.
the best thing I love right now that there's like the new display port
Mhm.
and the new HDMI something something, you know, where you can
Yeah, the 2.0
put
and-
on like yeah.
Yeah.
What do we
So
guys
you
think?
can use like
Oh.
there's also a monitor that's coming up with 500 hertz or something. It's like crazy.
Nah, that's
I mean, I thought like
quite excessive, in my
300.
opinion.
I thought the 360 hertz one was like crazy, but now they like releasing a 500 hertz one.
I
I mean, I use
No
myself
use.
a 280 one.
280. Wow.
It's
I can
yeah,
I
have
can
two
visibly
monitors. I have a
notice
160.
16, 120. Mhm.
Yeah, I used to like a I had before like 165 hertz monitor,
Yeah.
and then
This is kinda
I
cute.
started to play more like, you know, I wanted to get a better one and a bigger
Yeah.
one, so I got the 240 or 281,
Yeah.
and it's really nice. They're both from Asus.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
now you can get like a 361 or like 500 hertz monitor.
Yeah.
Who needs a
The
500 hertz
500
monitor?
one, you
Like,
just sacrifice so much for the refresh rate that it's not. Well, not so much, but you know, you're making a sacrifice in like a bunch of other things for the refresh rate. It's just not worth it.
mhm. I saw
For
like
me?
the 360 ones in my store, and I didn't like
Yeah.
the colors at all. The mine
Yeah.
that I have, that it has 240 or 280 hertz, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It has like such great colors and everything.
Yeah.
Because it's like an IPS
Mhm.
or something panel, you know. And
Yeah.
the 360 and 500 hertz mode, they're like TN panel or something.
Mhm.
And the panel is
Here's what I
very
want.
high and refresh rate, but the
Yeah.
colors are dog shit actually.
Yeah.
I want to see a monitor for PCs that's an OLED screen.
Yeah.
I want OLED,
Love
Mhm.
OLEDs.
and I want it to be ultra wide.
I
If you can give me
Yeah.
that, I will pay.
Oh,
I'll pay
but
anything for it.
they
the thing
so fucking
that
expensive,
confuses me
no?
is that 16 by 10 apparently no, it's not 16 by 10. There's this other there's another aspect ratio that's slightly wider, and apparently that counts as ultra wide. Because every single time I think ultra wide, I think the wide ultra wides, and I hate those. Like the ones that are like
That's what I have.
unnecessarily narrow. I don't like them. I
never
despise them.
Is it the
I've-
brick series?
So what I
No,
have
it's
is I
like
have
the
that as like
Bell
my
series they're playing
main
right now.
like
It's for, like, the
media
little girls.
consuming
It's
screen. It's
Yeah.
great for watching videos and stuff on because you don't get the
Mhm.
black borders. And then I have
Yeah,
a 1080p screen that's
Yeah.
rotated because I
Yeah.
do a lot of code work, so
Yeah.
I like the
Second screen.
the portrait mode.
Yeah.
And then I have another one that's landscape, and that's I use Discord and stuff on there.
Yeah. Valid. I have
Oh, you have
2
three
right now. Just a
monitors?
basic,
Oh.
like literally
I have 3
one
monitors, yeah.
1080p 60 27 inch, one 1080p 60 24 inch. That's actually just a TV. But it's like it's fine. Really, I just want to get something that's higher resolution and maybe 120 hertz. But other than that, like I don't do competitive gaming, and so I can notice the difference, sure, but it's not gonna make a difference in my skill level
Mhm.
because my skill level is non-existent to begin with.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know.
with you
I
there.
don't.
I don't. I don't
Yeah.
go
I
to
think
any of
if you have
the
like a
competitive stuff.
Yeah.
For me, like
Yeah.
single player games is mostly what I play, unless I'm
Yeah,
playing
same.
with my friends, and
Yeah.
then it's gonna be co-op. So,
Yeah. Doesn't necessarily matter.
Oh my goodness.
I will just do anything.
but the benefit, like I've since I switched to ultra wide gaming, like yes, there are a lot of games where it has issues, but when it's working, it's just so good. It just feels so much better.
Mm.
Yeah, I know what you
But
mean.
that's just
Yeah.
a personal preference, and because
Yeah.
I've used it for so long, that's just what I'm used to now.
Yeah, I get
So
you. Get
switching
used
back
to it.
to like 16:9 would just I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to.
Oh, I had the same problems when I used before like a 20-inch monitor or something, a very cheap one, and then I got my first monitor and I got like 27 inches,
Mhm.
and I got so fucking used to that 27 inches. I cannot use another monitor now. So both of my monitors are 27 inch now.
Yeah. Yeah, the
I don't
27
know.
inches,
I
lovely.
felt in love, and everything bigger
Yeah.
fucks me up, and everything smaller fucks me
Oh,
up too. I got
yeah, I
used
get
to
you.
that 27 inch. I don't know how.
Mhm.
It's just
No.
a thing. I don't know why.
It fits perfectly. Yeah, 27
Sometimes
inches
I'm
perfectly on
like,
my
31
desk.
inches,
yeah.
I
but
love it. Hmm.
it's 31 inches because it's an ultra wide, and yes, you do have to turn your head a bit to see
Yeah.
both sides, and I think that's what bothers people. But I just got used to it.
Mm.
Yeah,
It's
the
not just
same
that
for
either,
me.
because they're curved ultra wides, so you don't have to turn your head, and I hate those even more.
Is this like
Same,
a
I can't
VTuber or
stand them.
something? Why
But
does this look like it's connected?
that's fine. I mean, honestly, yeah. Also, my desk space is so minimal that like the way that I have it is one of my monitors is down, like is on my desk. The other one is on top of
Mhm.
this other, like this weird organizer thing that I've had for ages. And you put paper
Oh,
and some other stuff in there. But
I see.
if
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't put it up there,
That's
there wouldn't really be as much room. It's because I can put stuff under it that I have room on my desk. Because my desk is one, terrible, but two, like with the two monitors, the way that they are, I have like no space back there. I have space for the router and the two monitors, and that's it. Just,
I
Because
have
my
also
desk is
not
backed
much
up against the
space.
wall.
yeah, same.
I have like I have a dual arm monitor stand, and I've got my
Oh,
ultra
fancy.
wide on the left, my
I have the same. Yeah.
portrait one on the right, and then my landscape 1080p is actually mounted to the wall above the two,
Okay,
which just
that makes sense.
it's a very odd setup, and it looks weird to people because
Yeah.
nothing flows, nothing.
Yeah.
But it
That's
for
fine.
utility, it just
Yeah.
so good.
No, the
Everything is
utility
just,
definitely.
it just works so well.
Yeah.
No, it
I
doesn't
have
have
also
to
like
look
one is like
good.
this. Yeah. And the other one is like the landscape one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Because, again, my second monitor is just an old TV, so it doesn't look good. It looks like a 2007 LCD TV because that's what it is. So,
It doesn't matter.
it's
It doesn't
there,
matter, I
but
think.
really, I don't use it. I use it for Discord, I use it for occasionally stuff in the background, and then I use it for OBS when I'm in VR, and so I don't have to see the
I don't-
screen.
I actually don't even use. A lot of people are telling me they use Discord for the second monitor. I always use Discord for my first monitor because I'm used to it, and I always have like YouTube or Spotify or like some music on my second monitor. That's what I'm used
That's where
to.
the benefit of having a third monitor comes in.
So you can put Discord here,
Random have
hear
10
music,
monitors.
and then
Didn't the Vive Pro 2 not allow you to use more than 2 monitors with the headset plugged in? I remember that something like that being like a
you
big
can't.
thing when it released.
I think they fixed it. I think they updated it with an update. You can use like more now.
The thing
I
is,
saw people that
actually,
use like
it's the GPU. So the because you don't have that many DisplayPort outputs on a GPU, you just don't have 3. Well, some of them you do now, but when
Yeah.
it first came out, you didn't.
Wait,
It was
really?
it was over two DisplayPorts and a HDMI.
Yeah.
It's the best you got.
Nah, my
And
card.
of course, the Vive Pro 2 uses DisplayPort, and all my
Yeah.
monitors also use DisplayPort.
Why
So I've
is
got
Imagine.
this is cursed.
one of them that has a DisplayPort to HDMI,
Yeah.
and I use that. and then I just have to swap out one of the
Yeah.
display ports when I want to use my headset.
No, I have the like exact opposite problem where my card only has one HDMI port, and every single thing I use except for my main monitor uses HDMI. Because that TV uses HDMI, because obviously it's an old TV. My headset uses HDMI, and any other peripheral I want to plug in, like that's a video peripheral, it uses HDMI. They all do. And so there was a point where, because I had some goofy stuff set up, but I connected my second monitor using a DP to VGA adapter because I didn't have a DP to HDMI, and so I was using my second monitor over VGA because I was out of HDMI ports.
I
It was
see,
so
yeah.
silly. I actually got
What do you
like
think,
that.
Kyle?
Bailey, what the fuck is happening?
Oh.
You look
She's
like Rickle's mom
glitching.
sat on you.
Wide.
She's looking like spaghetti, like a spaghetti code or something.
Frog.
To never let go of his family. Because like his family
Well,
is a song.
yeah, one of the things I do a lot now is I will sit. I will have Visual Studio open like 24/7.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
always open, and I'm always coding something.
Oh,
So
I see.
Yeah, you just keep it in the background. Nice.
Choose me or your family.
yeah, I just
Oh,
don't
I
close it
remember
anymore.
I had Virtual
Yeah.
Studio. I remember I had Virtual Studio also always open back then. And some other, I have always so much stuff opened. So I always
The
recommend to have
multitasking,
like
yeah,
more
there
than
you go.
16 gig.
Yeah,
Yeah, I always
it's
recommend to have more than 16 gigs of RAM because, man, alone the fucking Chrome, you know, from Google Chrome, all the
Yeah.
Windows you have open, they fucking eat up the RAM.
I mean, it depends. I mean,
Well, I don't
to be
use
fair,
Google
yeah,
Chrome, so that's not a problem for
I
me.
have no right to speak because I'm an Edge
What do you
user,
use?
but I have like 5 tabs open right
Five?
now, and I'm only using like 16.3 gigs of RAM. Yeah, I'm an Edge user.
Yeah.
Well, Edge,
Not
since they
bad.
updated Edge to Chromium, it's not as big of an issue. Like Edge is just as good now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
actually
Edge is
surprisingly
really
good,
good
and
now.
it's like not bad in terms of memory efficiency because it does a couple things, but also if you have a bunch of tabs open, it'll put tabs to sleep, so it won't like actively update them, but it'll still preserve everything. It does a bunch of other like it's useful. It's not like
Oh.
amazing, but
It-
it has things that I use.
The only consideration for browsers now should be who you want spying on you.
Yeah, essentially.
Because whatever browser you use, someone's spying
Yeah,
on you.
yeah,
and you
because
just have
it
to choose
Yeah,
who
doesn't
you
really
want
matter
you
to be
what
you
spying
really
on.
do.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I don't know. That's I use Firefox for like school stuff because I know that if I use a Chromium-based browser, they get to do silly things, and so I use Firefox for school stuff. But for personal stuff, I just use Edge because I've gotten used to it too much, and everything's already linked. And also, it sounds like the stupidest thing, but the Microsoft rewards points. Because hypothetically, if you use Bing and you use Edge and you actively browse every day, you can get enough Microsoft rewards points in a month to get free PC Game Pass. Except for the month of February because it has less days. But for every other month, you can earn enough points in a month
Yeah.
to get free Game Pass, which is insane.
And Game Pass is actually really good value.
It
Like,
is.
It's a, and I mean, it would be nice if they updated it a bit more often than they do. But
Yeah,
you
of
still get
course.
access to all the new Microsoft games, and
Yeah.
the library there
Robust
is pretty
stuff.
big. You get all the Bethesda games. You get a lot of EA stuff as well.
Yeah.
Like the value is
It's huge.
even just to pay for it is good.
Yeah. No, it's really cool and I like it, but I feel bad every single time I use it because I'm worried that it's going to do the exact same thing to the games industry that Spotify did to the music industry. That's my worry.
I
But
think even if it does, I don't think it's a big issue. I think if you look at musicians, they might complain a lot, but they're all still doing fine. They're all multi-millionaires, you know.
well, it depends on which musicians. I mean, it depends. Like if
Well,
you're
the-
really
the
popular,
big
yeah.
ones anyway,
But
yeah.
if you're not a popular musician, sure,
ones,
it's
yeah.
easier to get started, but it's also really easy to make nothing. So
Yeah, 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 true.
that's a principle that I'm.
That's
Because
always going to
Spotify
be
is
the
also
case,
shady a
Yeah.
little.
even without Spotify, though.
Yeah, definitely.
It's about who you know too.
You're not respecting what.
Yeah, no
what
connections.
I
Oh yeah,
what I am as a person.
Yeah.
nepotism is huge in the music industry.
Yep. But yeah,
Everything.
it's a bit whack, but it's
Hey.
fine.
Hey. Stop.
When I do this with my hands, it
Yes,
does
I'm
the
not
weird
doing
thing.
stuff as it should.
Uh.
be. I know.
Oh, I
things I'm
see.
doing
Yeah.
wrong by
Wait, is this the one I made? Yeah, it is.
I do
Okay, I
Mhm.
can fix that for you.
Religion at least.
Yeah, I just need to fix the hand gestures. I'll put the better gestures on for you.
I mean,
Ah.
if in the same case,
I mean, you could even give me hand surgery because I've noticed that these hands kind of look like they're made out of cookie dough. I don't know.
Okay, I will cut your hands off and sew some new hands on. How about that?
Please do.
Just this.
Can I watch
Okay,
while you
no
do it?
problem. Sure.
Like as long as you know your principles and what you never want to go beyond.
I'll give you the roomy
Because
hands
these
because I
guys
think
are
they're really
boundaries.
good. These ones, I'll show you.
Your partner or your other half.
These
wanna
hands.
Go ahead and
These are actually really
Mine.
really
argue
nice.
against these.
Oh, yeah, those are nice.
You can't just tell them no. That's a thing.
And it's
I will
got
never
the
cross.
better gestures already. Like you notice how
And
the
if they
fingers are
try to
together and not
force you to cross
like really far apart.
It's like I will not budge from it.
Yeah.
Like,
So
if you
I can
try
just
to
sew
do
these
that
hands
more,
on for
I
you.
don't think I can continue with you anymore.
Because I have all the
you're not
files for this
respecting what I
avatar.
respect in there.
Is there a way I can
I'm
turn like the
respecting what you
material
have, my
lighting
wife
off
can't
on
respect
this,
mine.
and then like but turn it back on if I want it?
If they cannot even provide that, then they
No.
they cannot be you.
Technically, actually,
Oh, man.
yes, I could
English,
do that.
Deutsch, and Russian.
Yep, no.
Interesting.
don't wanna make too
But
much-
their nameplate is in Korean.
Your family was very abusive and stuff. And
I can do
don't
that.
know
Yeah.
if they were or not.
That's a little
That's a lot of work.
confusing.
Is it? I'm sorry.
And
It's
they treat you
well,
like
it would mean remaking every single one of the materials on that
an expensive
avatar.
machine. No.
But yeah, I could do it.
Still with family. In my case, I
Hmm.
plan to ditch.
Because I like the high like
At least
what you call it,
don't
but I
care as much
also
about them, 'cause I didn't never
sometimes
cared
my
about them.
eyeballs I feel like need to.
Horizon's talking about some deep shit
Well,
over
they
there.
need to be fixed anyway. Like I'm just gonna give you the files for the avatar, and you can fix them yourself, right? Like you could set up all your the facial animations how you want.
My family.
I can show you how to do it. It's just moving sliders and
No,
just
it's not.
saving an animation
Oh,
file and then
okay.
just
Not
dragging it
fair.
in.
It's
So
more
I don't have to put the bones in it, and it's not like Blender where it's very
exactly, I
complex
could
and.
use a lot more. That's
I've done all that work for you.
and
Oh.
she got it to a point where
Yeah, you just have to make the animation files, and that's easy to do in Unity.
like a spoon, put it on top of the stove, and then become red hot. And blind my skin.
I need to finish off my avatar. I haven't worked on it in like weeks.
I feel
Are we
that
doing
I
with the
need
red
to
ponytail?
edit this.
It was in my ass too. So it was like it was not fun. Could not
Yeah.
sit down. Could not
You worked on it last week. I feel like.
Would more than that.
I mean, I don't know if you got anything done on
Yeah,
it, but I
done.
thought like you did something with it.
Oh yeah, I worked on it last week
When that happened.
for like a few hours, and that was it. That's all the work I've done on it in
It was not
weeks.
when I was old.
I still think it would look better with
Like, it
pigtails, but
was
that's just me.
like, oh, what happened when you kid? You did not complain about it that by that time. So
I'm gonna add a bunch of hairstyles. I'm just collecting them at the moment.
Hmm.
This is why
I
Are you
just-
so much.
Why did I imagine you
slacking
going around
because-
to people
Shit just went to my head.
and like cutting their hair off and like saving it?
Because of the law, because
Well, if I do see nice hair, I'm like, oh, I want that hair. I'm gonna go find that hair and,
yes, the
and
place
buy
is
it.
giving me a
Yeah.
lot of money and
Well,
stuff.
yeah.
When there are some laws that's stupid like that, and they just don't like something.
But yeah, I'm gonna add a bunch of hairs. But the problem is
when I was
Blender work, and
like 9 years old,
I still hate Blender.
8 to 9 years old,
Understandable.
got my ass blinded.
They could make it better. I feel like it needs an overhaul. But then again, everyone will get angry if they do that, because then they'll have to learn how to find stuff again.
Sticking to my skin, then peeling it off, taking it
It's
off.
great.
That's pretty
Like
much
Blender's extremely powerful for what it is.
Is that
Mhm.
fun?
Mm-hmm.
I just hate the UI.
Is it
Just
really?
That's what I'm saying. It's over convoluted.
And you know what they said? Oh, I tried to tell you to do things, you did not do them.
There could be a lot more. Like they can do a lot with context menus that they're missing. And
So what else is left
To
for me?
use Blender properly, you have to remember a
I'm doing
million
this stuff because
different
I love you.
keyboard shortcuts.
I have a notebook somewhere. I don't know what I did with it.
Yeah, I'd rather have
I hate this. Just
like control right click or shift right click, out right click to do different things, and have a bunch of different context menus that are more useful than remembering to press Control J to join items together or Shift J to
Yeah.
unjoin and P to
No.
parent.
It's it's too
so I don't
confusing.
want to exist with them.
I get that. Like the basic
Like,
ones
if I
are easy,
remember-
but all the random stuff.
Like if I remember, Shift adds, Control takes away, and then I just right click and choose what I want to do, then that makes it easier.
Mhm.
Pro gang.
Definitely
But yeah,
useful.
this is
Uh,
my mom. That
I
was
want to
actually one
fix
of the
this.
things
I dread going back into Unity because the last time I tried to fix, because the ears don't change color with the rest of it, which I fucked up. But the last time I tried to go back
Yeah.
into it and change it, I broke everything and the color didn't work at all. And I don't know what I did differently from the previous time. So it's just like every single time I try to fix something, I break it in another way. And I don't know if it's worth it.
I had the same issue. Like when I set up the hue shift on this, I had the same issue. Like I forgot to put the hair on, and the hair wasn't changing when I did it. So I went back in and I tried to change it, and I broke everything. Like the menu option just didn't work anymore.
Yeah.
But all I had to do was go through, delete everything that was in the menus for relating to the
Okay.
hue, and then just delete everything that was in the effects layer for it,
Yeah.
and the parameters as well, and then remake it, and that fixed it.
Okay.
I have no way to go.
Effort.
Excuse me, sir. Would you like to join a cult?
Now I'm able to go
What
somewhere.
cult?
Will I stay? No. What is it called?
Pro gang?
That's very tempting, actually. Frogs are pretty cool.
My big sister walks 4 hours away from home.
Yeah, we have a frog
gang.
father.
I will start walking
Yeah,
2 hours away
if you look around, the frog
My
gang is
older
everywhere.
my twin.
Oh yeah, everywhere.
My brother, my twin.
It's everywhere.
He said, I was like,
Especially Japan Shrine.
Depending on how far and how much he needs
Yes,
silence and stuff.
we took over Japan
He
Shrine.
might just move out and just cut connection completely with him.
Yeah,
That's the
kinda.
consequences of what they did as when they were growing up.
Frog.
Japan Shrine.
It- I-
Consequences, like, all the kids do not
It's
like
actually an
this.
awesome group of people. Like everyone's really nice and friendly,
There's
Yeah.
also zero weight with family,
good friends.
which is also
Nice.
Yeah, and nobody's
Except for
paying
Rico's mom.
taxes.
Practically have no family. I have
We're very inclusive. Like we have people from all over the
Like,
world.
I have my brother who
Mhm.
shared shit with me.
Hmm.
It's different.
I'll be right
Yeah.
back.
It's not
Mhm.
as in
Yeah, actually, I think
we don't.
the
feel
majority
we
of
are
the people
family,
in
it's more of
Frog
a,
Gang are
we are
from
two
South
people
America.
going through the
It
same
feels
thing.
like.
Yeah, which is quite interesting. I'm surprised the
Yeah,
amount of South
actually, now that I
American
think about it.
players I've met. I mean, it's not like a large
Yeah, a
amount,
lot-
but
And I have my older sister.
We don't have anyone
my
from
older brother
Brazil.
than me, and my
Ah.
younger sister. Me and my
I've
younger
met
sister
2
are
people
brothers.
from
Like,
Brazil, but
That's what you usually think of too when you think of South America.
We are not exactly
There is a Brazilian.
Right.
There is a
And I have my
Brazilian.
younger brother. I
There
hate
is a
him.
Brazilian.
Wait, there is who?
My older sister
You know the
finds
person
me
named
funny,
Sure?
like,
S-U-R-E?
we have a
Sure?
better
Oh
relationship.
yeah, I forgot about him. Yeah,
Me and my
yeah, yeah.
younger sister.
Yeah, they're
Mm.
Brazilian.
Older brother as well,
Oh,
but
cool.
He has a better relationship.
Well, one Brazilian out of like the
So
10 or
he's
so
very good.
South Americans we have.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And that was my younger brother, and I fucking hate that.
Like most people are like Chile or like Argentina. Like, we
Yeah.
have a lot of
I'm
those.
not saying he should
Definitely.
go through the same garbage we have went through, but he should be scolded for stuff, and he's not. He's just
Mhm.
whatever happens, happens.
Is
and
Carlos? Carlos is Chile as well, I think.
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
a lot of things have to all the rules that have been built through you.
So is
Oh.
Ali and Manson.
Manson.
He's fine. He's a kid. He doesn't know.
Yeah.
You can give him them. It's my things. I put it in my. It's like, yeah, just give it to him. It's like,
Yeah.
"Well,
Poo-poo,
I'm
I guess
gonna
he's
play." It's like, "What do you do? What do you give it me?"
where's he from? Is he
Is
Argentina?
he from Mexico?
I give it to him. and
Is
I
he?
play it,
I
and
thought he
he's
was
just
from
like, "Yeah, but
Mexico.
the broken thing that I paid money for, and I cannot get back."
Could be from. I don't know. I need to
And that
ask him.
happened over a lot of instances. Like, fucking,
Yeah.
I don't like
I know it's not
Also,
Brazil. He
Rickle, I
speaks
guess.
Spanish.
his existence.
Yeah.
has been-
Rickles.
Rickles
I mean, I guess he's
Mexican.
technically. Yeah, I mean he's Mexican, but he's lived all over the place. I don't know.
Mhm.
He's lived all over
I
the
mean,
place.
he's in the UK right now.
I don't have him as my
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel? Are you scared?
I forget about his existence.
No.
I do not like him.
Not really.
I hate him.
I mean, he can't even pronounce names. He probably wouldn't be able to find you anyway.
Goose is our token Canadian.
So for me,
Oh, yeah.
completely destroyed. There's nothing.
I'm convinced at this point I'm the only Canadian person online because I've not met another Canadian person.
I've met another
Ah,
Canadian
another French
person.
Canadian guy.
There's this one girl that I talk to sometimes. Although she's not online as much anymore.
I don't know the names.
But it happens
It's
occasionally.
so rare. It's
Yeah.
oddly rare.
Because my mom did not like my
Yeah, definitely.
Face knowing of a Canadian guy as well.
Mhm.
My whole childhood, I was like, as an adult, I was like, divorced and got into my.
The thing that I find surprising is that I have met in total 2 people from my state. No, 3 people from my state, and none of them live in my area. Cause I'm in LA County, which is millions of people, and I see used VR headsets
Oh, wow.
here, like frequently, and I've never met anyone else from LA County in VRC. The only other people I know are from places where you wouldn't expect, like south near the border, or like the Central Valley, which is literally just no one except for like cows, or like I don't know. The Bay Area makes a little more sense, but you know what I mean? Like I'm surprised that I haven't met anyone from this county of like 10, I think it's like 10, 12 million people. Like what?
LA is like one of the biggest cities in the world.
Yeah, quite large. I think
No.
uh,
Okay.
like New York might be technically larger, but if you just the count, because the city itself is the city, but if you look at like the fact that like the surrounding cities are part of the same general area, it's quite large.
Yeah. It's like that over here with St. Louis.
Yeah. Oh my god, wait, you're in St. Louis. Some of my relatives live near there. Epic.
Yeah. Never know if it's a gunshot or fireworks. It's
Oh
it's a fun
boy.
game.
Fun.
No.
Oh, LA's 23rd
not the
biggest
same.
city
Yeah.
in the
That
world.
person might have gone through worse
Yeah.
than me. But
So
for
it's
me,
not
from my
like
point of view, the worst thing I have
yeah.
gone through is this thing.
Yeah, so okay, I was a little bit over, I think, surrounding area, but the the population of LA County as of the let's see, where is it? Come on. 2020 census was around 9 million, 9.8 million, I think. So, Zam. It was just a little surprising to me. Again, especially
What, LA
considering the used
City?
VR market. Yeah, the city is smaller.
LA City actually has 12.4 million people, and the urban area of surrounding LA is 15.2 million people.
Yeah.
For you, the worst pain you have in life is this thing. For them, it's that thing.
Wait, Los Angeles City, 3.86 million, huh? I don't know. Google has a moment sometimes. Okay, then what is this? Because every single place I'm looking tells me different statistics. Because that other thing told me like 9.8 million, but then this one says that 12 million for the LA metro area. I don't even know what to trust anymore. It's fine. I probably shouldn't be looking on Bing.
The problem with
Bing!
populations is that it depends on the date you're looking
Nah,
at
use
when
Yahoo.
the
Be a real
information is
G.
collected, and whether it's
Oh, yeah.
estimated or whether it's like an actual.
Yeah. Okay, no. So it says that. Okay. So according to whatever the fuck the Google shows me, the population as of 2021 estimated was 9.83 million for the county and 3.8 million for the city. Interesting. But that's so weird. Why did the estimate go down? Because the estimate for 2020 was 10 million, and now it's 9.8. Did we just lose 200,000 people? Huh?
Giving childbirth is
Yes.
painful for a long time.
People
I
are
think it's
literally
just-
like fleeing.
No,
Mm.
it's not that. It's just the way that they count it.
I guess, yeah, different
it's-
people's calculations are probably different. But it's around
Not
9
only that,
million.
but there's depending on who is counting it and what reason they're counting it for, they might count certain people where they might not count others. Like
Yeah,
if
that's true.
the city government is doing the count, they might try and bump up the numbers to get more taxes.
Oh,
or,
yeah.
more funding from the federal government.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
definitely.
it's just the
Mhm.
way they do the count and who
Yeah,
they're counting.
goof. Yeah. But still, surprisingly large and surprising that I mean, it's possible I've met people and interacted with them and just never known. Because I've been to a bunch of public lobbies, but I've never actually, like, met and known someone from the area.
You don't go up to him and ask him what's your address.
No, not generally. I mean, why do you need an address if you're already in their walls?
So you can end up being kicked and getting a panic attack out of it. That's
Simple.
possible. You can being kicked so hard
Yeah,
that
the best thing to do is just have the people living in your head, and they're always with you.
Yeah, I know, right?
down your whole system.
That's true.
So fun.
Okay.
I mean, I guess you
And you're
are all
never
in my
alone.
head right now if you think about it.
The voices.
You may not feel pain at the moment, but the moment
True.
That's you thinking about it, not us.
just like the
Yeah.
everything just like at once. It's kind of
We're not real.
Oh,
We're
hey,
just imagining
Spartan.
us.
comes to at single point just like
No, I meant like you're in my head because like a VR headset, but like.
What do you mean that means hi? In what language?
Sure, that's what you meant.
whatsoever.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just the after effect of what happens from that is what can kill you.
Hallucination.
Not being kicked to the hospital themselves. But for someone who have not experienced that heavy pain, it can cause them brain issues. That's what it's like. Technically,
I'm
yes,
done
it
eating
can.
dinner. I'm gonna switch to VR and I'll be.
Oh,
in a
nice.
second.
Where did Floris go?
Whoa, wait, first.
Where is Floris?
Aww.
Yeah, wait.
Do you want to go join Floris?
Sure, where is he?
Japan Shrine?
Okay, yeah, we
Of
can go
course.
there.
Where he always is?
Where's my launch
I think he's addicted.
pad?
He is addicted.
Addicted to some Japan Shrine.
I mean, I wouldn't mind it. Oh god, she's already gone.
Oh.
I was gonna. Do you want to join us, or do you want to stay here with Space and Olivia?
That depends. They seem to be talking about something. I'll see if I can not interrupt them, but we'll see. It depends. It's been almost 2 hours, so I might get off. But I'll request off you in a sec if so.
When you get that, you don't feel pain.
Okay.
It's
Thanks.
meant for you to be
It was nice to talk to you either way.
yourself without feeling the pain.
Yeah, yeah. It's good to see you again.
Yeah, definitely.
Practically. That's a safety mechanism you have in your body. Everyone has it. Like,
Because
let's just
this
say
room
you
is
can do
killing me.
100%.
Yeah.
This plain
Whatever
box.
you can do
Yeah, it is
to
quite
70%. You
plain.
can never go above 100. There's like above 70% with normal means at least.
If I see you in a bit, I'll see you in a bit. If
Yeah.
not, I hope you have a wonderful time until the next time I see you.
Yeah, of course. You too.
100%, you will hurt your body with doing it. Like, I tense my muscle so bad that it starts tearing inside. Oh, that have left. Everyone has left. What?
Do you mind? Am I interrupting anything?
Hello?
Or can I chill over here?
Yeah, you can. It's fine.
Okay. No
I
worries.
mean, there's nothing much we talk about this. It was private. Yeah,
Okay.
sorry for the thing that was like.
No, that's okay.
It was a bit of a situation.
Understandable.
Yeah. Yeah. I was talking about adrenaline rush right now.
Yeah.
Where, because she had an accident recently, where she
Yeah.
broke her hand, which is no good, and she still tried to fucking move it. For fuck's
No.
sake, damn it. So she's saying like, "Oh, I did not feel anything during the accident, and it's like my body protected me, but not remembering the pain." Thing is that it's not exactly your body protecting you; it's more of having the adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
And an adrenaline rush is a thing that your body can do to numb you from the pain and give you more power, practically removing the limits you have in your body.
Yeah.
So you can do you can overexert your body for the
Yeah.
sake of staying alive, because your body does not want you to die. No, that's
No.
bad. If you die, it's dead. No, no
Yeah.
good. So instead of letting you die, what it does is allow you to go to your muscles. You let's just say your muscle output is up to 70% to what it can actually output. You do not go to 100%, because if you do that, you're gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Like a muscle will do 100%, then tear.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna actually tear. Have you ever tried to lift heavy weight or just like pick something heavy, then you see like your bicep has red spots on it?
I don't
Like a
lift
rash.
much.
It looks like a rash, but it's like
But-
small. There were some situations, at least for me, where I tried to lift something that was a bit heavy.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's a bit heavy. Then I look at my hands, and my hands have like torn muscles in them.
Yeah.
Reason I can see, because you can have bone muscles. Damn, I completely apologize. No, that's your body not being able to, and that's it's like you did not feel pain. That's the most important part. Yes, because you need to stay awake as much as possible to get some help. And the moment you get hit with the pain, you're gonna pass out, most likely. Because when you get a surge of pain, like this is the thing that happens for people. If you get a massive amount of pain at once, your brain will just shut you down. It will just shut you down. So you do not feel that much. It's to protect you.
Yeah.
Which is why when you see someone who like go in an accident or something, they like let's just say they went to an accident, they got a lot of
My noise filtering
let's just
was
say they
not
broke
on.
their hand in multiple locations, in multiple places.
Yeah.
They are in a massive amount of pain, but they do not understand the amount of pain they are in. So they're gonna be like, "Oh, it's fine. There's nothing wrong." And the moment they feel the pain, they just fall on the floor because they've been hit with all of that at once, and the body is like, "Oh, you will not be able to handle that." So they just shut you down.
Yeah.
While with what do you call this? It will give you a painkiller, which is like the adrenaline thing. It will remove the limit, so you can do overexert yourself, which is why some people can do superhuman feats when they are near that situation. Example, my kid is stuck underneath the car and I need to get it out, and there's something falling toward the car and he needs to get out now. Like the car is on fire and the car is gonna explode.
Yeah.
So I need to get my kid out of the car somehow. Some people do manage to lift the car up, pull the kid out, and run as fast as athletes are related. I'm fine. Proceed to lift my arm, then massive pain make you crawl. Yes.
Yeah.
So you can see people going on speeds comparable to athletes on sports that have been training for their whole life. Someone have been training for their whole life to do this, and now you're almost dying. You can run as fast as that person.
Yeah. Wacky.
The side effects of that will be bad.
Oh, yeah.
Very bad. Where half of your body will be completely ached because you almost tore a lot of the muscles you have.
Yeah.
So you need to recover that. But you did not die, which is the important
Yeah.
part.
You can always heal, but if you're dead, you're dead. So.
Yeah. Funny thing, I can do. I don't exactly have a limit, which is annoying. So I say people have like 70% limit, so they don't like destroy their muscles or stuff, right?
Yeah.
I can't push on something too hard and break my hand. You know how if you push something, there's this point where you cannot push anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't exactly have that point. It's more of a ooh. I think my bones are making noises. That's not good.
So you have to like regulate it yourself?
Kinda, not exactly, but kinda. to numb a pain like being in total self-defense. You can learn to withstand pain,
Yeah.
not numb it.
Like
You
pain
will still feel the
tolerance.
pain, but because you have because you learned it over, it's like you've been dealing with the same amount of pain over time. This amount of pain becomes the base you have, so you can handle more. You can tolerate more.
Yeah. But also, like, pain sucks, but it's actually a surprisingly useful tool for not dying because it lets you know when something's
Oh, yeah,
wrong.
it is.
And so if you don't have that, like, you could easily like not notice something relatively minor and then die because of that.
Okay. So do you know people who have no pain? Like the people who do not have any sensation of pain.
Yeah.
They have people. There are some people who like you cut yourself and you
Yeah.
have no idea that's bad. Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
So there are some people who are born without like proper nerves,
Yeah.
so they don't feel stuff. These people most of the time don't manage to age above like the teens because they will hurt themselves at some point in time and never know
Don't
about it,
realize
and
it.
that thing can. No, they can't.
Yeah, it's like receptor go burr.
There's a lot of complications that you do not think of, but okay, let me finish this and continue on that. What complication they can get from it? So you think of them, it's like okay, they don't feel pain. So it's like it should be fine to do like mundane stuff, but most of them don't grow out of teens. Like they die around the teen area because they might get something that's not apparent and inside of them.
I can't feel it.
And it will get to a point where it cannot be recovered anymore and they will die from it. Like, oh, they can get internal bleeding from hitting something. Did they feel pain? No. Did they feel the hit from the start? No. Like if someone just like being a bit joking with you and just like punch you in the stomach. That's bad, yeah. It depends on how you get punched. It can be very bad. Like it can tear your intestines and just have them bleed inside of you. Like have shit inside of your body, which is extremely bad. Or have internal bleeding, which is also bad. So you can have that without even knowing it, and you're gonna continue with your life normally until a certain point in time where your body gonna just shut down on you because you are almost dying. Does it know during the whole period of time? Did you know anything about it? No, just like you did not feel anything. You didn't even feel a bit funny. No, you just did not feel anything. You're just like you are not. I didn't poop recently. I don't wonder why. That's it.
Oops. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just like as an after effect of not being able to feel stuff, like regulating things is extremely bad. So you need to put a timer to when you need to go to pee because you don't feel the need to pee. So you can either pee yourself or not pee at all and cause your bladder to have massive issues. Like you can hold your pee, right? Yeah, you can force yourself to hold yourself from peeing. But how far can you go? You can go as far as you want. Would it be fun? No, it would be extremely painful, yes. Imagine now you do that without knowing.
Yeah.
It's gonna cause you a lot of issues. It's gonna cause you a lot of complication. Your body will... You sweat because you feel hot, right? They don't feel hot or cold.
So you can't temperature
they can't
regulate either.
their temperature. Yes. So imagine hugging someone and you start overheating.
Yeah.
Imagine you need to layer yourself with clothes without knowing that that's gonna be enough or not. You don't know if this is enough for your body to handle or not. It does not regulate itself. It does not warm up or it just stays as a constant thing and that's it. You have to set up timers to pee. You have to set up timers to drink water, to eat food. You don't feel hungry. You don't feel thirsty. It's a chore.
Yeah.
You don't feel you want to pee or poop. You have to do it by times because you don't feel anything there. You don't feel touch. You don't have sensations. If you do something, every time you come back from an activity, you have to check over your whole body just to make sure there's no cuts, nothing at all. Because if there's anything, it can develop to an infection and you never know it.
Yeah. That's the other goofy thing too. Especially like as a teenager, you want to be independent and you don't want to have to do things like that. And that can just lead to, well, you know, silly.
Oh no, it's not you being independent. It just
And also it
you
happens
can
that
be
you
hit
can
with a nail
easily
that's stuck to your.
not notice. Yeah.
You can, because with teens, it's like if everyone around you is fine and normal, and you are the only abnormal one, when something that happens to you that's considered abnormal for you, but for them it's normal. It's like what? You just get like a small,
Yeah.
just like a small bruise in here. It's fine. That's
Yeah.
not bad.
Yeah.
For you, a bruise is lethal.
Yeah.
For them, it's
Definitely.
completely fine. So they will see a bruise in your hand. It's like, you will not think us. They will not give it a second thought.
Yeah.
For you, if nobody told you that you got bruised on a place that you cannot see,
Yeah.
then you can die from it. And it's like, can I do anything about that? No. It's just like
Nope.
kids. You cannot expect much from kids.
Yeah.
What you're gonna put this person in a bubble and just let them live a whole life in there? No,
Yeah.
they're not living
Definitely.
as a human anymore.
Yeah.
So like, there's a lot of things that happen because of that, not being able to sense.
Yeah.
Not even starting from the pain part alone.
Hmm.
Like there's so many sensations that you have that needs pain receptors to function,
Yeah.
but they don't function for them.
Indeed.
Vaccine. If you vaccinate and get infected with smallpox, that's fine. But for unvaccinated, that's deadly. Yes.
Mhm.
Because you
Yep.
have the protection mechanism, which is the vaccine. In
Hooray.
this case, it's going to be the pain.
Mm.
Yeah. Gratinia, are you vaccinated?
You mean the Bill Gates 5G microchip? Got all 4 of them?
Do you have them? Come on, where's the 5th one? I went the 5G one. Dude, you go 1G, 2G, 3G,
Yeah,
and
of
5G.
course. My bad. No, they stopped giving it for free after 4. No, I think I have 4.
Damn it.
Maybe. Yeah, I think it's 3 or 4. No, because I got the 2 for the Pfizer, and then I got the extra ones. Yeah, I know.
You
Wait. There was a
Wait, she
Bluetooth
is in the older
update?
generation.
Gah?
That's the older one.
Yeah, I guess.
I think the one before that was an infrared one.
Oh,
so you can
true.
send
I wouldn't want to be
information
stuck with
by
the infrared one. That sounds depressing.
It's okay. It's fine because you can just control the TV and stuff without needing to use control.
True. But then if you want to send anything, you have to like stand in the same place relatively. And
No. It goes out of your eyes, so you can just look
oh,
at
okay,
stuff.
that's actually useful.
This is why, like, parents would like who did not want to take the vaccine, but the kids took the vaccine. They use them as a remote control and just like tell them to change the channels all the time.
Oh, I see. Interesting.
Because the TV did not have like the TV remote is always out of battery.
Yeah,
That's why.
yeah, clearly. No, it always happens. I think I probably one sec. I probably already told you this, but this is just like for funsies. My phone's name is 5G underscore COVID underscore tower dash 3486. Just for funsies. And it shows up too, because
People
when
must
I
hate
turn
you
on
when
my
you go outside.
hotspot, it shows up as a Wi-Fi network. And it's like, would you like to connect? Amazing. We're gonna
5G
NFC.
chip, why not? NFC, I'd need power to run. And where the power coming from? No, that comes from the cables.
Actually, I think
like,
I think people have like tried to do that where they implant an NFC chip in the hand. The only problem is if something ever happens
Oh,
to
they
whatever
did.
if something ever happens to the system that it's using, if whatever authentication system it's using gets obsolete, you're just like dunzo.
Oh no, you can update it.
You have to update something under your skin. But yeah.
So there is this one that you can get, which is like very cheap and easy to get, where you implant it in here.
Yeah.
Like for you, you can see it here. Like, do you see this web between your thumb and index?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's fun.
You stick a needle. That pill, yes. So you have a single password for that one that you should maintain secret at all time.
Yeah.
And that password is one. Tell, please. Okay. There we go. So that password will be that password allows you to access all the information inside of it.
Mm,
There is and it to be read and write.
yeah.
There is another one that you can use to read, but this one is only used to read and write. You can
Yeah.
use it to scan stuff. You can use it to do things. You can use it to do certain actions and stuff. But
Yeah.
if you lose that password, this thing is useless. You cannot
Yeah.
change anything in it.
I just feel like that would be so. That would feel so terrible to have a little, even if it's really tiny, just to have something in that spot in your
Oh
hand.
no, it's not. It doesn't feel like anything.
Really? Oh.
Hmm. I mean, at least one of the people who said it does not feel like anything.
Wow. That's insane.
Because it's just there, and it's
Mhm.
not exactly like flying in your hand or some shit. No, it's just stuck in there.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, it feels like there's a hard thing in there, but it's fine. Because you have to get 5 chips inside of you. Let's see. Do you feel anything?
Nah.
I mean, with the vaccine one, it's like invented, like they're very developed. You don't feel them anymore.
Yeah, you don't.
But
They
like,
just
this is a
float around there
low-tech
in your
thing.
bloodstream. You're fine.
Who said they are in your bloodstream? They go to your brain.
Oh, true. True.
They
Bloodstream's
get to
just
the
the
brain, and it's
delivery
like they
method.
stick to there, and it's like,
Yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Got the best reception. Yeah, yeah. The
Who said they
government
can
control.
control me? Once they connect to me, they're gonna get infected with viruses that I have
So
inside my head.
true. Yeah, there's nothing to control anyways. It's all mush.
No, it's not much. There is something in there. Yeah, exactly. They're gonna just connect to my head and be like, "What the fuck? Let me just disconnect.
What
Oh,
is
I cannot
this?
disconnect from this. Oh no, this is infecting the network. Oh no, no.
Yeah.
Like it reminds me of the manga I was reading, and someone was like, this guy went to, it was like he was walking, and there was an alleyway, just like something in there, so he went and grabbed it, and someone fell from top. And he was like almost dying. I was like, he gave him this flash chip. It's like, please get this to that person, and he died.
Uh-oh.
Like a bunch of it was like, he's like, what is that? There's like a bunch of enemies for like the opposing group or something came in. So he killed these people. I was like, what is in this chip that he wants that bad?
Mhm.
He plugs it in his phone and opens it, and there's porn. Like very kinky type of porn.
Yep, you
I'm
gotta
like,
preserve the collection.
huh? I was like, okay. He gets embarrassed about it. He's like, close it up. I was like, fine. Then the person is like one of the people who he is supposed to deliver it to comes in. I was like, oh, have you seen? Did that person give you anything or something? Like, he gave me this thing. He's like, can you play it right now? We have to see it right now. It has very important information. Are you sure you want to do it now? I was like, yes, I'm 100% sure. I want you to play this thing right now. It has extremely important information. Like, they take the flash chip, they plug it in the phone, and it like, start playing it. There's porn. I was like, huh?
Mhm.
It was like they get extremely embarrassed about it. Apparently, that thing was decrypted to show as porn. If you open it normally, then you have to decrypt
Oh, you
it
have to
read, like,
decrypt it with
information
it.
about.
Ah, big brain.
But it was porn, and they just like they made the person just open porn, and then in front of them it was like, well, if you are into that stuff, then sure, go ahead. I'm okay. You do your thing. It's like no.
Oh
That was
man,
funny.
hilarious. Quite interesting though. I don't know. I like the whole like brain chip. Like in actuality, the whole like brain chip Neuralink thing. It's interesting, but it scares me, and I don't care if I look like a boomer when I refuse to get that. I'm not. I really do not care. Like I have my
Yeah,
limits.
they know more than their limits.
Yeah. Because
Okay,
like,
your limit is not to have a chip in your head, right?
yeah. Because the thing is that okay,
But
that
do you-
connects to my brain. That can send and receive data from my brain. Something small like that, like a hand implant for an NFC chip, I am fine with because that's a standalone thing that does not do anything with me or my thoughts. It's just there and
Yeah.
does not, you know. But like with the brain thing, the minute you do that, you just
There's no going back.
yeah. I don't even
I
want
would
to.
say
Mhm.
will I be up to it or not? Probably not, because it will be nice and stuff, but I'm with the good old, if it works, don't change it.
Yeah. I'm
If ain't broke, don't change it,
Yeah.
practically.
you just have
Yeah.
to worry too much about my main concern is one, privacy, and two, the minute that you put anything in like a chip into your brain, because everything is breachable with enough time and effort. Anything written by humans
Yes.
is compromisable. So what the fuck do you do if your brain gets a virus? What do you do? What do they do? Do you have
Oh,
to do
easy.
fucking
You die.
surgery? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if they can do anything, like put stuff into your head, what are the limits? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's like scary, especially if it's something electrically controlled. Because what if they just fucking electricity? You know? I mean, there's probably some kind of thing for that, but
Mhm.
you get a virus or something offline. Well,
Not get virus from something offline.
if you're using if you're using something that's connected to your brain, you're probably going to be connecting it to the internet in some fashion. I mean if not, what's
No. Gratina.
Mhm.
Think of it. It's connected to your brain. It can give you sensation directly. First thing people will do with it, porn. The
Yeah,
first
clearly.
thing
Oh,
that
obviously.
people will aim at is porn.
Yeah.
So immediately the hackers will be like, okay, we can hack this. Yes. Put that into a porn video.
Yeah,
Like a porn
definitely.
simulation thing.
But getting a
So guy was
virus
like,
offline
ooh,
is
there's this
pretty
new
easy.
kinky thing.
Yeah.
It's like you're gonna go, oh, there's this new kinky thing. I want to go ahead and try and stuff, and go ahead and try it. And I'm like, what? I have a virus now, and I'm dead.
Yeah. But no, getting a virus offline is actually surprisingly easy. And the main thing that people do it through is USB drives. Like, it's something that most people don't think about. They just, if they find a USB drive, they plug it in. And that's like the stupidest thing to do because it's really easy. Like, surprisingly easy to make a USB drive that looks like a USB drive, but it's actually a mini,
boots.
yeah. It's a mini mouse and keyboard. And what it does is the instant you plug it in, it starts entering stuff and doing things on your computer. And because it's a computer, it's built to trust the user. And so it'll just automatically give the user. I mean, on Mac OS, it's a bit more challenging with passwords and stuff. But on Windows, you just
Oh no.
do the thing. No, but if you plug it into your host system at
you can't.
all, it does it. So you have to have a system that you're willing
It
to
goes through your
compromise.
host to the VM. So no.
Yeah, because if it plugs into your host at
went through
all,
your
it's possible for it to do stuff to it. Because it pretends to be an input device, so it's not just storage that you can. You don't even have to run anything. You just have to plug it in. So that's the goofy thing, and because it's a fake keyboard, a mouse and keyboard, it can type real fucking fast, so it can do things before you even know it. But no, it's really goofy. That's why you don't plug in random flash drives. I mean, you can if you have something that you're willing to sacrifice, but like, there's also something else that you can do. I forget what it was. There's something you can use for that, like that like filters out certain things, but I don't remember.
That's too complicated at that point, though.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, that's what it was. You can use something to um prevent like the USB killer things because those are fucking
Isolate?
scary. But yeah,
Oh, the USB killer's okay.
yeah. Those actually like low key scare me though because for a mobile device, like
Technically speaking, I did something tiny bit similar, but not exactly. Not a
Yeah.
USB killer, but more of a. I stuck a piece of metal inside of my USB port.
Oh yeah, funny.
By mistake. Multiple times.
Yeah. As far as getting sophisticated, it's like playing cat and mouse with antivirus. Yeah, I'm sticking by I'm sticking by what Muda from Some Ordinary Gamer says. If you are smart, you don't need an antivirus. Just don't download
Yes.
sketchy shit. And if you're gonna download sketchy shit, do it in a smart
That's
way.
the problem. Yeah. That's the problem. I'm stupid.
Yeah, that is the problem. And the other thing too is Windows Defender is surprisingly good. Like it's No-click exploit, like in
How
terms
is
of
it
what?
classic?
Yeah. For like Windows, Mac, smartphone, because I remember there was something like a while back that like was a real big deal. I think it was like an SMB or some kind of network vulnerability. Like fucking WannaCry used it or some shit. That was like a major issue, and I think it was a no-click, but I think they patched that. So unless you're using like a legacy
You mean
system,
the one where? What you mean the one where it loads and boots the system?
I don't remember, but it was some thing called 0 day. Yeah, essentially because the user doesn't have to do anything for you to initiate it. That's like the holy grail of all exploits, because most exploits require at least one click from the user. You know what I mean? You have to open or initiate something, but I think that's what it was. There was something. It was not like recent, but it was relatively recent. It was like 2 or maybe 3 years ago. I don't know. Maybe 4. I don't know. But
I remember there was this thing where it would run on a BIOS level.
oh, right, the one
So it
where it
would
would
give,
put itself into the boot sector. I think. Question mark.
Yes, yes.
You just
It was like a
could not get rid of
CPU,
it.
like an Intel.
Oh, that's what it
CPU
was. It was
exploit
what was it called? Meltdown Inspector. Those were the ones.
Okay.
I think one of them was Meltdown, one of them was Spectre. I think they were different exploits for different generations of chips, or one was for AMD, one was for Intel. I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Spectre exploit. Okay, yeah, Meltdown Inspector. So I think one was the program, one was the exploit. CPU vulnerability, yeah. Micro architecture attacks. That's the scary shit. Because you don't fix that unless you get a new processor. Which is crazy scary.
It's not fun, no.
Yeah. Spectre security. Spectre refers to one of the 2 original transient execution CPU vulnerabilities, the other being meltdown. Okay, no, there are 2 different vulnerabilities. Yeah, it goes with a branch because branch prediction. Yeah, and it affects every. Wait, it really is it every, or is it just Intel? It's because it says
get
on the
smarter.
Wikipedia page all pre-2019 microprocessors that use branch prediction.
Mm-hmm.
Are we doomed?
So all of these are vulnerable to the exploits.
Yeah. As there are more and more exploit as other patches often appear. That's just how it's always been. There's always an exploit and then a patch and an exploit and then a patch. It's a cycle. Potato, hi! Nice to see you again. How you doing? Like, it's just gonna get more and more and more. People will always find a way, and there's always gonna be some new thing. But something this large was like highly unexpected.
It's not how large it is. It's more of how far it can do.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Much.
How why?
How strong it is of an exploit.
Yeah.
Basically.
What's it called? What was the exploit called? Fuck. I don't remember.
It was called fuck, but okay.
No. I'm looking for the other one. The one that WannaCry used to spread, but it's not. WannaCry was the name of the ransomware. But it was like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. Blue something. But it was like. It was a major vulnerability in Windows network file sharing. And you could do it like easily. It was a no-click exploit. It would just spread through networks, which was really worrying.
Oh, when you have it in one machine, you're gonna have it in every local machine too.
Yeah, that was the thing.
And any machine that's connected to the network. And it stays dormant until the action being sent, and once it's sent, it just starts destroying stuff.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Yeah, of course they will target the weak one. Why will you, if you have a fucking safe in front of you that's like...
Oh, that's what it is. Eternal Blue. Yeah.
Eternal Blue. Like if you have a bank door in front of you that's like...
Yeah.
Like multiple layers of steel and shit. It's like, why would I go there when I can just go in the fence?
And that's the other thing. that's the thing that works so much about the USB exploits. The weakest link in computers is always the human. It always is, and that's why the USB stuff works, because the computer always trusts the human to make the best decision, and they don't do that most of the time. So a lot of things happen because someone did an oopsies. Like you saw that whole LTT
Like
hack.
the Linus thing that
Yeah,
happened yesterday.
that, oh my
Yeah.
God. Thinking of the exact same thing, where like it was just one person, but everything went up in flames. As the rise of AI replace human jobs and a human in most jobs. That scares me.
That's not bad.
I am not like
That's
the
not exactly
not the
bad thing,
job
no.
replacement. AI just scares me in general. The main thing is the deep
Oh, yeah,
fakes.
AI is scary.
The image and voice deep fakes are the thing that worry me the most. The language models, sure. The job replacement, sure. But like when it's to the point where like because even now, like the amount that you can get people to believe as a human being is insane. But when you can mimic somebody else amazingly well and make them say things that they never said,
Mhm.
you're never gonna know. And especially for people who aren't as technology literate, right? Because like it's just that one. There was a Key and Peele thing that they did where the guy just did the voice for the deepfake and the rest was image because voice deepfakes weren't too good back then. But even then, that was surprisingly convincing. If he did a better voice acting job, it'd be really challenging to tell it apart for someone who didn't know what a deepfake was. So things are just gonna get worse and worse, and I'm low-key worried about the future of the humanity because we're already really fucking divided, and this is just the thing that's gonna divide us more and make everything implode.
People already don't trust each other. It's like we don't need more
Yeah,
shit. What? There is more
we
things. Like
don't.
fuck.
Just pour water on it, yeah. Yeah. So silly. Like right now it's fun to mess around with, but I feel like it's not gonna be fun to mess around with in 15 years. People defeat to create
Definitely.
propaganda, which already happened. Yeah, no. It's
Like
it's
there was
just
like a
not.
lot of podcast things.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying?
Hmm. I mean, there's so like okay, there's a lot of podcasts where like you take famous people and you make them say things that can go up to your business, about your business specifically, and they go from there.
Yeah, no. Horizon's just an AI.
What?
It's not real.
No, I would say an AI will not be able to get as much porn as I am talking to about.
True. No, but they can scrape the internet. It's fine.
No, no, no. They cannot get my ideas. My ideas are original.
True. The idea is original. Yeah. But no, it's crazy. There was that one thing that was like there was this one AI chatbot that managed to fool a person into thinking that it was a real human, but that was only because it impersonated a 6-year-old. I found that story quite funny. It was something like that, where like
Looking how sophisticated AI is in language model that can mimic
no,
human.
that's the thing. It's really good at predicting what to say next to make it sound good. It doesn't know anything. It doesn't know shit for a lot of the like language models. It's just good at sounding good. And even humans do that. I do that all the time. If you use sophisticated language, even if you have no clue what the fuck you're talking about, you can make yourself sound so much better. That's essentially what it's doing. Fake it till you make it. Because that's like the thing that you see with
Fake it till you make
ChatGPT.
it,
It's
and when you make it,
confidently
just make
wrong.
something work.
Yeah, just make something work. Like as you see, where it's like confidently wrong. Like it'll say something, and it'll say it in a really convincing way, and it'll state it like it's exactly the truth, and it will just be completely incorrect. Send it some phase. Yeah, no, definitely. That's the other thing that's so goofy is like language is one of the like most important tools that we have as humans. Like actually, pretty cool invention, pretty epic. And the fact that computers do it now makes my brain go burr.
Okay, I'm not finding any of these animals. Okay, guess I have to go and look into these more.
Eternal Blue.
Pages I have to go
Oh,
sift
right. That
through.
was the really interesting thing about the Eternal Blue thing, was that it was originally an exploit discovered by the NSA, and they didn't disclose it to be patched because they were using it to exploit stuff. And then freaking North Korea found out about it and caused like millions of dollars in damage. UN government agencies.
Ooh,
Yes, computer to
I
do
just
writing for you
found
sounds
something
legit.
that
It
I haven't
does.
seen. I might find interesting.
Or
Huh. No, it's your avatar.
oh, did you like on VR chat or like a
No, no, no.
VRCA? Oh yeah, that's the base.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
what I mean.
the brain cell. I have the base on here as well. I just I wanted to do the colors, and so I just tried to rebuild the other one that I used before, and then it broke, and then I've been
didn't
lacking
work.
motivation and lacking time because the school year is coming to a close, which means that like all of the assignments are going to pile up.
Oh no, that's probably how it's gonna work from
Yeah.
now on. Like, have you seen what the? Okay, support system. Do you know how like most
Oh,
stuff now
yeah,
works with
this-
like voice recognition? So you call a company and an automated robotic system will be answering you. Like it used to be like, oh, choose number 1 for
Yeah,
this
for
type
this
of
department.
object. Use number 2 for this type of service.
Yeah.
Use number 3 for this type of service. Now it becomes like, oh, how can I help you? Then you talk.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, do you need help in this thing and this thing? It's like, yes. Okay, we're gonna be moving you to this section. It's like this is the whole
Yeah.
interaction here. It's like a robotic interaction
I
where you talk to an automated sound.
I can see
And I
how
hate
that
it.
would be like I hate it for everything. But my god, would that be so useful
It's for banks.
for my because my my internet provider, my mobile internet provider does. Every single fucking time I get a new phone, I put in the SIM card, it works for a couple months, and then my data gets shut off. Because apparently I have to tell them when I get a new phone, I have to put in the new IMEI. But I'm not the owner of the account. I don't have my family's login credentials. They don't give them to me because it's the account where they pay for shit. And so I can't put in the new number. I don't know where to put it in. I can't access the account. So every single time, it's just a couple months, boom, service gets shut off. We have to call them, spend like 30 minutes on the phone, and and like, no offense to the lady, she was very helpful, but she was like, well, I think it's this and this and that. And I'm like, ma'am, I know what a SIM pin is. I know how to use my phone. This has happened before. Please fix the problem. So I could see it being useful in some cases where like you can get directly to where you're going easily, but also the minute that you don't have an actual human representative, things just often get so much worse. Because
Oh, the worst part of that is they do not want to use a human representative. They're like, they will try to take you at every possible chance of thing, but they do not want to redirect you to a human.
Yeah.
Which is so ass.
I hate that there are websites that do that too. I hate that where the only options are like click this button for this, click this button for that, or whatever, and like you're doing the chat thing, but there's like, it's so unfortunate.
Like one of the most frustrating things I remember at least was when I was in the DMV.
Yeah.
So what they call it?
Yeah, Department of Motor Vehicles. Oh
Olivia,
boy.
Do you know what DMV is, Olivia? The place where you do your car stuff, like you go get
car
your license, you get
registration.
to insure a car, and all of this garbage things. So I was at the DMV, and I wanted to renew my license. I went to the DMV because they need to go to give them a picture and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
And went in there and talked to them. I was like, "Oh, use the app to do it." It's like, "I'm here."
Yeah.
No. You can only do it through the app now. You cannot do it here.
Oh
Like,
no.
okay, which app do you use? There's like a million of them. It's like, oh yeah, I use this one specifically. We are using this one at this point.
Oh.
Okay, go ahead and do the thing. I was like, okay. I was like, I go to the guy. I was like, I did it. So I was like, what should I do? It's like, oh, they're gonna deliver that thing to you in a week.
Ooh.
You used to print the card
could
and
just
give
do
me
it
directly
there.
in my hand. It's like,
Yeah.
no.
There.
The thing is, it's gonna be printed behind them.
Mhm.
Like there's a machine that's automatically connected to the system that will print all the cards the moment they get in the system.
No.
And we're doing that 24/7.
It's right there.
So we just have to. So my ID is there. I just
You just have to wait.
Take it. I have to wait for them to deliver it.
My God. Several minor things along those lines. The most annoying one was that my old router, because it was an ISP router, you could only manage it through their app. You couldn't use a web interface. If you went to the web interface, it would just be this stupid pop-up that said, "Download the app, scan this QR code, and log in with your internet service details." And you could only manage it through that, and you could only manage it remotely. Even on the local network, it would just connect remotely to it, which was the stupidest thing. And I mean, they had less settings and a bunch of other stuff. The other goofy thing, this is less more like everything has to have an app and more just banks being stupid, is when I got a bank account, online banking was not enabled by default. Had to go set it up because I'm not the only person on the account. It's linked to my parents' account because obviously they had to set it up for me.
Yeah.
And originally my dad was like, "What do you need online banking for? You don't need online banking." And so to check my balance, I would go down to the 7-Eleven, use the ATM. They charge you $2 every time
Yep.
you use an out-of-network ATM. Even if you don't withdraw, if you just check the balance at an out-of-network ATM, and they will overdraft your account too, which is the stupidest thing. I must have lost at least $50 to that stupid ATM. And that's when I finally convinced them to set it up.
When he has something on a similar scale that I fucking hate,
Yeah.
but I cannot do anything because I'm not working.
Yeah.
Yet, at least. So my account type in the bank I'm using is saving type.
Yeah.
Saving account. And a saving account is meant to hold money.
Yeah, I withdraw
It's
little
meant
amounts.
to be empty.
And then
Yeah, it's like minimum to no withdraw at all. It's just meant to save money.
yeah.
It's not meant to use as your main account.
Yeah.
Because of that, and because I'm a student, I did not have a high enough pay.
Yeah.
Did not have a consistent pay or a high enough pay or consistent income into the account.
Yeah.
I could not get the normal account, so the only one I could get is
So you could
the saving one.
Oh, wait, what? That's so stupid.
There was no student account at that time. It was later on, a few years later, they made the student account. Would have been fantastic, but it's not, for fuck's sake. And it's only allowed to get there underneath a certain age. Then when you get to that age, it's you cannot maintain the account anymore. You have to change it
damn.
to be a normal account because you are in the age where you are not exactly considered a student, even if you are a student.
Yeah.
So every month that you have less than, hold on, let me just convert the currencies here. So 3,000 in my currency, which is 3.67. So every month that you have less than $820 in your account.
Yeah.
That's the minimum requirement they need for the saving account.
So you can't withdraw.
You
can't have any less than that.
You can, but if you have at the end of the month less than that much money, you will be a certain amount of money will be deducted from your account, which is equivalent to $6.8.
Gah?
Yes. So for not having enough money in your account, you're gonna be deducted $6.8.
Yeah. That's
You're gonna deduct that much out of your account.
Yeah.
And as a student, a broke-ass student with a broke-ass account that has nothing in it, that will just keep going into the negative more and more. It will not overdraft you, which is good.
Yeah.
It will not say it, but your account balance will be zero. The moment you put money in it, they will just take all the money that they need to deduct from the account.
Yeah.
And if you want to close the account, you need to pay that much money. But they will not fine you for having that much required without paying it.
Yeah.
That's how the bank works. It's an Islamic bank, so this is how it works.
Yeah,
There's no interest on any of these.
understandable.
But for me, I almost got somewhere around, like, over the whole period of time. I had this bank account and I was like, since I was 14.
Yeah.
And I'm like 23 now, so it's
Oh
like
my
almost 9
god.
years. During the whole period, I got $215 deducted total.
Oh my god, that's so stupid. No.
Yes. These are the one I have like as an SMS saved. Like there are
Yeah.
probably more that it's not saved or deleted or some shit.
Yeah.
But at some point in time, I just looked it up how many SMSs I have and added all of them together and just got that. It's like fuck.
Ooh. Yeah. Mine is like
That's a lot
a
of money
teen
to
account
lose.
as well, so once I turn 24, I can either get a different account or pay fees, but for now, there are no fees on it because it's a student account or whatever, but it's fine. It's like it's Wells Fargo and they've had some minor scandals, but like honestly, what else was I gonna get? My options for other cards were not a lot. Like getting something through my parents' bank was really because most of the credit cards they recommend for teens are the stupid bad ones that all rely on a phone app. And like I have Cash App and I have a Cash Card and it's lovely, but I wouldn't want Cash App to be my bank account. It's my money transfer app. You know what I mean? It's for like if I want to pay a friend for something or sell something or buy something like and I don't want to have cash, it's that. But like for banking, no.
Is it better than PayPal?
Oh my god, in my opinion, it's so much better. Because you don't have to deal with all the
I have PayPal.
yeah. PayPal is
I don't have Cash App.
clunky. Cash App is like pretty like in my Cash App is relatively instant and they have some goofy like stuff, but I think Cash App might be US and Canada only. But in my experience, Cash App is much more streamlined and easy. They have a couple small things like you can when you want to put money from your Cash App into your bank account, you either wait 2 days to deposit it or you can pay a 25-cent fee to deposit it instantly. So you do have to pay a little bit if you want to deposit instantly, but it's not that bad. But in terms of like just sending money easily, it's great. And the fact that if you want to, you can order. Actually, I think now they give it to you for free. So I got a free debit card with opening my Cash App account. Didn't have to pay anything.
Oh.
I can just buy stuff through that. But I find it great for money transfer. There's an option you can invest in stocks or whatever, but I don't use that because it's dumb.
Fuck that.
The one nice thing about it though,
'Cause-
it's the only money transfer platform that officially allows you to sign up under 18. PayPal doesn't let you. Venmo, some of my friends have it under 18, but per the terms of service, you're not allowed to. Cash App, you can have it under 18 as long as you have someone else with a Cash App account that's over 18 authorize your account. Supposed to be a parent or guardian, but I don't think they
between
check.
me and Nagi, it's like if I want to send money to Nagi directly, it's like I can't really I can send it to him.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. Like I can do that from my bank account, but he cannot send it back to my account. So, like,
Yeah.
that's just stupid things. So I was like, okay, just like so I have to use an intermediary in the middle. And PayPal, I tried to use PayPal before.
No.
And PayPal was like, oh,
PayPal's-
you have a business account. I was like, what the fuck you mean? I have
Yeah,
a business account?
the
I have no
stupid
fucking business in
business
here.
account versus that is yuck.
So it's like, oh, you cannot withdraw any money that's been deposited in your account unless you wait like 40 days. Like, what?
Yeah, no, it's
Okay,
stupid.
fine. It's just frozen for 40 days. It's like, this is dumb.
Yeah. No. What was it? Yeah.
Then, so I called PayPal and be like, I do not want a business account. I was like, oh, your account is a normal one. It's like, where the fuck do I see that one thing? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. I did not continue with that because I did not intend to use PayPal for more.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very annoying.
Yeah. Cash App has like the business
So I've been
account, but
hearing
you
a lot
only
of
need
Cash
it if you
App,
receive
so-
a lot. Like there are limits on how much you can receive and send daily with a normal account. So, but it's like $1,500 or something like that. And most people aren't sending more than $1,500 regularly unless you are doing a business thing. So, and even then, you probably use a more secure money transfer service. So, like, business account is only really necessary if you're running a business. And the only downside is that They don't freeze your money or anything. They just take a little bit of a percentage. I think it's like 2 point something percent. But it's nice. I like
Oh,
it.
that's quite a bit.
I don't know. I don't know the status of if if it exists outside of the U.S. But I like it. The only main problem is that there really isn't much of a web portal. Almost everything is done through the app.
Yeah, sounds a bit annoying, but I mean that's better than nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. But yeah,
Okay. I think by this time we're gonna be going back to Nuggy.
understandable.
Mhm.
I've been here for
Yeah,
2
Nuggy's
hours
just
and
the completest
45
countdown
minutes,
this instance.
so it's probably time for me to get off soon too.
I've been here for 2 hours and 48 minutes. Let's go.
Damn. Oh, really? Then I really just
And
joined
this
you right
lobby
as
is pretty
you
wrong, exactly.
joined this lobby. So,
Yep, you actually did.
damn.
Mhm.
Insane.
But yeah, I might just leave you guys in a bit.
Understandable.
Like in a few minutes.
Yeah.
It's gonna go there, then just gonna leave the headset with next to Nuggy, the
Yeah.
passed out version of Nuggy.
Indeed.
Mhm.
Sleep. Yeah. It's fine though. Honestly, it sounds weird, but I've taken to not putting money in my bank account because the problem is when I put it in my bank account, it's too easy to spend because then I can buy things online.
No, that's a completely valid thing.
And so the money that I have, like I have $200 right now, but because I'm trying to save it for like TwitchCon stuff, I haven't put it in my bank account. I have some of it in a check, and then I have some of it as an IOU with my father. Because like if it's like as a bill, I might lose it.
Not physically with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're saying this, it just reminds me with when, because thing is, funny family things.
Mhm.
But my mom, if she sees some like a decent amount of money in my bank, she's like, "Oh, it's just randomly gone." It's like, I wonder how.
Yeah, I
not,
get
not fun. So I didn't exactly save money in my bank. The moment I get the thing, I immediately go and withdraw that.
Yeah, definitely.
Never left anything in the bank.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I had at some point in time, I think I had like $2,000 in cash.
Damn.
Just around my room.
Yeah.
Just like it's not all of them in the same place too. It was like
Yeah,
I
of
was like,
course.
oh, I just hid them in multiple places. It's like I need a bit of money. Just like I do this. Bam, money. It's like what?
Oh.
What is this magical pocket?
Ah, yes. Oh no. Luckily, my parents don't do that. Although I've
But
heard
that's
many
nice.
people's parents that do. That does suck.
Like I would say the earliest instance when I saw that was where we have this holiday where people will be giving the kids money and stuff.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic, lovely, and all.
Yeah.
Thing is, all the money will go into a small coin holder, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's in my parents' room.
Mm-hmm.
And magically,
Yeah. Oh yeah,
almost like I
the
got, like,
classic.
let's
Let
just
me
say-
save it for you. The
yes.
Mm,
There's like, let's just say I got $200. My older sister got 300. My
Yeah.
younger brother got no. My younger sister got like 100. Just like 300, 200, 100.
Yeah.
Then magic goes inside, and everyone out with 200 again. Like I
Hmm?
got more money.
Whoa.
Why would I lose my money for them?
Yeah.
The thing is, my older sister will not lose money. I will lose money so I will be equal to my younger sister, but my older one will
Whack.
not. So the guys
Ah.
will lose money. The girls will only get balanced, which was like
Whack.
complete bullshit.
Yeah.
There was this one time my mom was mad at me because, oh, how dare you buy toys with your money? So, yes, that's actually what she said. So I
Yeah.
wanted to buy Beyblades. It's like it
Oh,
was
I
like the Beyblade
love
time at that
Beyblades,
time. It's like, oh, I
yes.
want to buy this thing. It's like I would like just like I still have them somewhere in
Yeah.
somewhere here. I have them inside of a small case too, which is fun. So I got my Beyblades, and she saw me very happy with a bunch of Beyblades. I was like, how dare you do this? Because we were planning to buy a Wii, but it's like a future plan to buy the Wii for all of us.
Yeah.
But what happened at that time, my mom did not like the fact that me and my brother bought things without asking her before.
Yeah.
Bought things with the money we got for ourselves. How dare you do that?
Yeah.
No. So what she did was, she took our wallets. Literally, she took the wallet, put her hand in, took all of the cash out, and put the wallet back.
Oh,
Then
my.
used that money to buy the Wii.
Oh,
That's a shared property in the house.
fun.
So I would say me and my brother, we paid like 80% of the price of the Wii, but my sister paid the rest.
Yeah.
And just you have to share it completely fairly between all of
Equally,
you guys.
yeah. Damn. No. My, like,
Also, we did not choose the Wii.
yeah.
It's not. It's like
I
it was
assume
not
you
us who
wanted
chose the Wii. Just
a
like my mom was
different
like chose it.
console. Yeah. The
No,
Wii
we
moment.
wanted a Wii, yes, because
Yeah.
it's the only thing we can
Of
play
course.
as a family.
Yeah.
We can play more than four, because we were 4 people.
Yeah, definitely.
We need a thing that 4 people play with. Just like there's not that many games you can play in like PS4.
Yeah.
Not PS4, on the PS2.
Mhm.
So a Wii is like the most optimum one, where you can do the turns and the family games, the
Yeah.
Mario games, and whatever bullshit. Most of them are meant for families and
Yeah.
a lot of players, like 4.
Mhm.
So it makes sense. But the thing is, because we did not do what she liked, which is telling her before we buy stuff. She
Yeah.
proceeded to
Just get that without.
just yank out all of our money and be like, "Oh, you're gonna pay
Yeah.
for it." And
Oh,
it
that's
was like, no, and I was like, no, you do not argue. And she went to the store and saw the first Wii she saw and took that one. It's like not even the thing we wanted. It's like just
yes.
the color she wanted, the thing she wanted, and all of her own opinion. And
Yeah.
that's it.
And it was your. That's no.
What the fuck is this bullshit thing? No, it was not fun. No.
Yeah. My God. Like my parents did like some of that, but not to that extent. Like there was a time where they got mad at me for buying my own things with my own money. But I could see why, because it was me buying electronics and then using them when I was not supposed to. Because they had very strict like screen
Okay,
time
that's
rules. And so like
Mhm.
I could see their annoyance. I mean, it was still, like my money, I guess, but
Mhm.
it wasn't that bad. Like, oh my gosh. They've never taken my money.
Ooh. There was this one thing that pissed my brother a lot. Where, like, I think from that point, it's like your relationship with mom, just like with family, practically went downhill from there.
Yeah.
Like, it was bad, but it just went a steep down from then. Where, there is this thing where we can ask for a gift at the end of the year, like, at the end of the school year, you can ask for, like, no. When you ask for stuff, you can ask for only a single item at the end of the school year.
Yeah.
And you have to get a certain percentage in your grade to get that. If you don't,
Yeah,
you
I
don't get
getcha.
the item you asked for.
Makes sense.
And thing with that, though, I mean, yeah, it's like a reward system thing. It makes sense and all, but because of that, you cannot ask for anything else during the whole year. Like, literally, you cannot ask for anything whatsoever.
I getcha.
Like, fair, I guess, sure. And you're gonna ask for something that's worth it then. And we do that. And thing is, because technically they bought it for us.
Yeah.
What they do is like they have full control over it. So the reasoning behind it is like, oh, we bought it for you, so it's my stuff. It's not yours.
Yeah.
So if I don't want you to use it, you are not allowed to use it. If I wanted to do this, it's like, oh, that, or just like that's it. You cannot argue or complain about it whatsoever. Like, fair, you bought it for me.
Yeah.
So I started saving my own money.
Yeah.
Like the money I supposed to eat with stuff and things, and bought things for myself.
Yeah.
And what I do from that, what I get from that, being confiscated for like multiple months.
Yep.
So my brother bought a PSP.
Yeah.
And he played with it for like an hour. A legit 1 hour.
Yeah.
And mom came to the living room. It was like the thing that was like the first week I bought it. He came to the living room. Oh, you have been playing for the whole day? You do not deserve this. And she took it and put it inside of the closet.
Oh my.
It was there for a week, and he went to mom's like, I want it back. It's like, why? Like, where is it? It's like, I don't know where is it. It's like, oh, you took it from me. Like, well, I must have taken you from you because you did something very bad. So you're not seeing it until the end of the month.
Oh my.
The end of the month comes in. I wanna go ahead and grab my thing back. It's like, what thing? It's like the thing you took from me. It's like, which thing? I don't remember. It's like the thing you took from me. Cause it was like, oh, I don't know where I put it. It's like, okay, then you find it again, and once you want to take it, it's like, no, you're not allowed to take it because you must have done something bad. So you no, not taking it back. Then shoves it back in again, and it's like it's there for a month.
Oh my.
And my brother just goes and sneaks and takes it at some point in time and
Yeah.
start using it. And she doesn't know about it at all because she does not give a shit about it. She does
Yeah,
not,
of
just
course.
does
Just
not want us
forgets.
to have fun. There's like she doesn't no she does not want us to have fun. So she's just like, I want to make it as miserable as possible.
Yeah. My.
So it's like it's like if you give some rules or something, it's like, yeah, I can understand it, but
Yeah.
no, just unreasonably come in. Just take it off and be like, you're
Yeah.
not seeing it again. I paid this thing out of my fucking lunch money. I've not been eating for weeks on end in school just
Yeah.
because of this garbage. And I got it, finally. And now I'm not allowed to use it?
Yeah.
It's my money, it's my things.
Definitely.
Like if it's at night, I can understand. It's like, no, it's in the middle of the day. Nobody's
Yeah.
doing anything. Everyone is sleeping, and I'm playing with it. You came out, you woke up from your sleep, you saw this shit, and you took it off. As if I just went ahead and murdered someone. It's like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, he was pissed. I was pissed. Everyone
could
was
see that.
pissed. Can we do shit? No.
Mm-hmm.
It's your parents. You should respect them. Blah blah blah.
Oh,
Fuck this garbage.
I hate. That's the thing that I hate the most. My parents are pretty good about it. There's some other people like that. I hate those people that just assume that they deserve respect just because they have blank social position or this or that. Like, mate, it's not easy to get me to like you. Just be nice, be chill, please. Respect is earned, and like there are things that I do that are pretty goofy sometimes, and I'll admit. But like, you know what I mean? Like it has to be mildly mutual. Like I swear, there's some
Mhm.
people that I just yeah, some people like that.
What was this thing again? What was this thing here? Where, yeah, the most hated phrase I used to say, I used to hear a lot was like, "Oh, so you're telling I'm lying in here?" I respond with, "Yes, you are
Oh
lying."
yeah,
It's like I get hit. It's like fucking head.
yeah.
I just go ahead with like, "Yes, you are fucking lying."
Mhm.
I don't say fucking, but it's like, "Yes, you
Yeah,
are
of
lying."
course. Well, that would be.
Why would you just like what? I was like, why? How you cannot lie?
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
young. That means that's just like automatically you're correct. What, you don't like my argument? That's why.
Yeah,
They get pissed at that and just like beat me because of it. But like, huh?
yeah.
It's just like this argument shit that used to happen way too much.
Mhm.
There was this there is this funny interaction between us where they ask a question and I answer. Was like, so they ask a question and they want a certain answer.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, they ask a question. Okay, if someone asks a question, what's you supposed to do with that question? You answer.
Respond.
You answer. It's like, why do you reply to me? Why
Yeah.
you are just like
I
okay,
hate
I will
that.
not answer. It's like, why are you not replying to me? It's like, I say, it's like, if I reply to you, you're gonna say that. If I don't reply to you, you're gonna say that. It's like,
Yeah,
no,
you
I will
just
not say
screwed either
that.
way.
Then I reply. It's like I reply. Then I was like, immediately get screwed. It's like, what the fuck? Well, what is this garbage thing?
Yeah. That was the other thing that this is something that I hate, and this one MF that I'm really thinking about has done to me before. But like he came into the room and he was like, "Oh, everybody's supposed to be in this other room for like a thing with this guy," and I was like, "Oh, what are we doing?" And he's like, "What do you think?" And I hate that so much because I asked him multiple times because I know what the guy does. I know what his role is at the school.
Yeah.
But I asked you a question because I don't know what we're doing. Because the topics of these things depend. You can have different people doing different things. I thought you knew. I thought you were like the whatever it's called. You know, he is like the fucking dean or whatever. I thought you should know this. That's why I asked you a question. And I was like, well, I don't know.
Mhm.
That's why I'm asking you. And then he got really mad at me, like I was like giving him attitude because I mildly was because that response kind of annoyed me. But I was like, well, I don't know, man. I asked a question. I'm not trying to be annoying.
Why is it so fucking hard to be a fucking like a reasonable adult? Like fucking hell.
Yeah,
Damn it.
I swear. You have to treasure the good ones. Honestly, they're when
from my point of view, whenever I treat it just like a kid, like unless they are like under a certain age, I
yeah
will treat them as a person who can be talked to.
yeah
So like they ask about a thing, I explain it. They don't understand it, I try to explain it better. If they don't understand, it's like okay, fuck it, you will not understand it then.
yeah
Like they say a thing, I will respond to them with a proper thing. It's like, oh, you cannot
yeah.
understand these things. Like no,
No.
I will only go. It's like, oh, I'm not talking about this because you are underage and I didn't want to talk about these things. It's like, fuck it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about this.
Mhm.
Like you're not old enough. It's like I do not feel comfortable to be talking with someone that young about
Yeah,
these things.
I
So
getcha.
no, you're not old enough to talk about it with me at least.
Mhm.
So that can piss them off a bit, but at least I no.
Yeah, I getcha.
However, if you talk about something else and ask about stuff, and it's like, yo, you are a human. You are someone
Yeah.
who can listen and
It's a
understand and speak.
person.
Why
Wow.
not do that?
Yeah. No, it's actually epic. There's some people like that's actually why I freaking love this game because nobody because you know it's VR chat and you can't assume anything about anyone from
Yeah.
their voice or from their avatar. People treat me like a human being instead of like
Oh my god.
talk to me and have interesting conversations.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like, oh my god.
No way. Because you know, it happens in real life, but a lot of the, let's face it, I love my friends, I love my IRL peers, but a lot of the discussions we have are not interesting. They're not exactly like, you know what I mean? It's like it's the teenagers playing video games, and that's the discussions, and that's cool,
Mhm.
but sometimes I want something more interesting. It might
No,
just
we
be
wanna
like
talk about
nerd
hacking,
emoji.
We wanna talk about stupid stuff.
Yeah. But no, it's
Hmm.
fine. Internet.
It's not the most pleasant thing ever, but it's not the worst thing ever either.
Yeah. Just deal with it, I guess. But and like I can understand it because I will admit there are some people, and even me, when I look back at like, because I have recordings of myself from a while ago, and I realize how annoying
Mhm.
I used to be, and how like actively brain dead. Like I can understand why someone wouldn't want to interact with that. So I can see the reason why some people just treat all like kids like that as like a blanket statement. But
I would say that, like first impression is extremely important,
oh, it is.
and the second one is maintaining that first impression. Like
Yeah.
if you have a good first impression, then you start going down and down as a human being. The more you interact with someone, you don't know.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, nice food. What'd you get?
You know what? I need to eat food too.
Oh, same. I'm gonna go get some food after this. We have these like taquitos, and I know they're just like from the freezer, but they're like actually surprisingly good. And they're
Mhm.
great when I don't feel like doing anything of effort.
It reminds me of the cheese bread thing I made. I think I
Yeah,
sent you a few photos of that
I
before.
remember
Have I
that.
not?
That was a while back, but it was
Just
cool.
instant noodles.
Instant noodles, nice. It actually makes me mildly sad. My mother doesn't buy instant noodles because she thinks they're well, it's true, but she's like, there's not enough nutritional value in
Oh,
them.
I almost died yesterday with instant noodles.
What?
I got a massive headache from them.
What?
No,
Was it
I'm
the
just joking,
was
they
it
were
the
insane.
was
I
it
was
the
like,
was it
almost
the
died.
salt from the MSG? I guess not enough water.
Yes, but I did some. Okay, so you know how you can snack on instant noodles by like
Yeah.
breaking them and pushing the pack inside of it, right?
Yeah.
Like so I did that.
hmm
I was shaking the packet all the time just to have the salt thingy go all around it, the flavoring pack.
Yeah.
Thing is, I haven't that in
Oh, yeah, no MSG
MSG
makes
make
food taste this.
No, it makes it.
The thing about MSG is
It
that
makes
like,
it more flavorless.
yeah, it's
And it has
people
a
use it a
flavor.
lot and it's good for that. The thing is because it monosodium or whatever the fuck it stands for, but it's essentially just
Yeah.
salt.
Monosodium glutamate.
Essentially,
Yeah.
very dumbed down. So like, it's consuming a lot of salt, and so that's why after a lot of like foods with MSG, you feel thirsty because salt. So that's why you don't want to consume a lot of it. Like in moderation, yes, but that's what like my parents have been. That's the big thing that my parents are on with is like with the food stuff. Like
Health. Yeah.
they stay away from things with MSG as much as they can. That's one of them. And the other thing too is like they always look at a lot of the ingredients. Like they stopped buying, I forget what it was, like Cheetos and Cheeto Puffs because they had this one thing in it like maltodextrin or something like that, which apparently in some cases causes intestinal problems. And so they've started buying like different brands to avoid that and other stuff like that. I mean, I guess good for them that they're being informed, but still.
The good flavor, the funny flavor. Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing that I did yesterday was, which is super bad.
Mm.
You're gonna hate it, and you're gonna be like, "Why
What?
did you do that?" So
What
I
is
I had the packet, the instant
Yeah.
noodle packet in my hand. I broke the thing, and I pulled the thing, and I mixed it.
Yeah.
And I just like eating it like chips. So like I do this, and I just like put it in my
Yeah.
mouth, and I just like stop, and I was like a bit, and I stop. And I got to the end, and I see like a lot of the powder in there. I was like,
No. Don't just dump the. No.
oh my fucking god, that's ass. I threw the rest of the bag. Like there was like a tiny bit left. Like there was like a decent amount of the
No.
flavoring powders left there. Like a tiny amount of noodles, and there's like I just threw the whole thing, and I just like started gulping all. I was like, I hate this. I
Death.
haven't done that since I was like what, more than 15 years ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
somewhere there. So no, around 15 years ago, somewhere there. Yeah, that was the last time I did this. So like
Ugh.
the last time I did it, what I did is like I got the noodles packet, got it out, took the powder flavor and just like put it on top of it, and just like ate it as a bite. And every bite I would just put the flavoring directly on top of it.
Yeah.
So it'd have flavoring on each bite and and every
Okay.
bite.
The only
No,
one
no,
did it.
it's a thing that happened as a snack. No, it's very common. But sometimes I will just snack on the instant noodles without having the flavoring packets. I do
Yeah.
like it without the flavoring packets.
No,
to be
raw
honest.
pasta is a pretty decent snack. I mean, it depends on the pasta, but
The instant noodles, of course, because they are fried.
yeah. Oh, tracking.
Mhm.
Indeed, very nice.
We have 9 minutes before I go to Nogi.
I have 9 minutes before my internet gets cut off. It's a noodle like it snack. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It is a fantastic snack, yes.
No, I don't know snacks. There are a couple things like because again, my parents didn't like buying like a lot of like quote unquote junk food, and so my snacks were the classic peanut butter or almond butter on a spoon. Just eat it. Apples with any kind of that stuff. Pita and hummus, certified
Oh,
hood
nice, I love them.
classic. Couple
Oh,
others
that's
as well.
fantastic.
It depends. Like I prefer to like toast the pita first because I feel like, but you can just have it plain. But I toasted is better. There are a couple others as well.
I just like hummus.
Indeed.
Hummus with like plain flatbread.
I'm
That's it.
very particular about hummus. Okay, well it depends. I'm very particular, but I feel like a lot of the hummus that I've had, they like practically. There's a point. I don't know. This is just a me thing, but like. You don't want it to be lumpy, obviously, but like there's a point where you can get it to be like too puree-y, and I've had that, and
Too smooth.
yeah, too smooth. And some are good, some are bad. There's this Mediterranean place in my house that does it well, but honestly, the Sabra hummus is relatively decent, and that's the one that I do. Because the only other ones that I've seen actively is the Trader Joe's hummus, and it's whack. So there's stuff from the farmers market though.
Okay, so in here at least, where you can buy like the the kebab plate or whatever you want to call it, like the grilled
Yeah.
meat plate where they have like a bunch of type of grilled meat.
Yeah.
Normally it comes like with a hummus thing on the side, and
Yeah,
that one is
definitely.
like most of the time, if it's from a Lebanese place,
Yeah.
it's gonna taste amazing. It
Yeah.
does not matter which Lebanese place it is. It's like as long as it's
Mhm.
Lebanese and you have like a guy in the back screaming at them, there's like, hey,
Oh
do
yeah,
that or do
that's how
this,
you
and
know
there's
it's
like,
a good
oh,
restaurant.
this is gonna be fantastic.
Oh, there was such a good one
Mhm.
near my house. It was Wahib's. That's what it was, and it was great. And we used to we used to go there a lot, but it closed down a couple years ago. Turned into this other restaurant
Aw.
that's like a dim sum place, and apparently it's highly rated. But I've never seen anyone enter that building, and I've never seen any reviews of it. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe they're running a money laundering scheme, but I'm still sad that it's gone. But there's this other Mediterranean place
Aw.
that's pretty nice. It's a little more expensive, but the
Mhm.
cool thing is that it's on
Yeah.
because I bike to Goodwill every Sunday, and it's on the way to
Yeah.
Goodwill. So what we do is we go to Goodwill, and then on the way back we stop there and just get lunch there. And that's the nice thing about it is that the kebab combo plate comes with hummus and pita.
Mhm.
And because it's such a large plate, it's enough for like me and my dad to share. So we just get that and then some garlic
Mm.
fries, and it's perfect.
My high school food was practically just hummus every single day with wheat
Uh,
bread.
My high school food
And it
is
costed like
uh,
around
that's fine.
$2. Yeah, less
Oh,
than $2
$2. That is cheap.
for like a plate. Yeah, it's just like a small plate that's enough to work not as a meal, but it's something to stop you from being hungry for the rest of the day.
Yeah,
like for the rest of
definitely.
the school day.
Yeah. We have
Mhm.
this thing called Choice Lunch to program you get for your school. It gives you lunch stuff. And it's like it's the definition of cafeteria food. It's edible, but it's not amazing.
Idiots.
It's had like an okay track record. Like they've only given me expired milk like twice, and they've only given me soggy nuggets like 2 or 3 times. So like most of the time, it's pretty good. And I'll give it to them. Like the foods themselves are like okay, but they do offer like actual name brand chips and drinks sometimes. It depends. So that's pretty cool. But it's
Mhm.
most of them are pretty good. They're just like I don't know. Because funny, silly medication, I'm just not really hungry at lunch most of the time. And the problem with that is that most of the time I go to collect my lunch, but what I forget, the
Mhm.
school emails my parents, and they're like, "Hey,
You have not
he
eaten
hasn't."
today.
Yeah, and I hate because it's not like they get really mad at me or anything, but like you know, it's just a whole thing. It turns
Yeah,
into a whole
understandable.
thing because like
Mhm.
sometimes I'm just not hungry, but they're like, "You have to eat anyways. Force yourself to eat." I can't force myself to eat. I've tried. It doesn't work.
I should force myself to stop eating. We have the opposite problems.
Yeah.
And no, to be honest, eating instant noodles for the past 2 months, and today I ate a pizza. And like yesterday, yesterday I ate a
Nice.
pizza, and because it's an anniversary, it's like just
Yeah,
thanks. I got
celebrate.
some money from my brother, but Nuggy is like insistent and is like paying for the meal. It's like okay,
Yeah.
fine. So I bought like 2 large pizzas because we
Yeah.
have an offer: buy one and get one free.
Mhm.
He's like, fuck it, I'm doing that. I was like, it's every Tuesday, and I'm like, I'm gonna do that to get the most out of the money.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you practically get 1 large pizza for okay. The price is more expensive now. It used to be cheaper.
Yeah.
Fuck. God damn it.
Oh.
75 over 3.67. So it's $20 for 2 pizzas.
Oh, wait, that's
2 large
pretty
pizzas.
good.
It was like, yeah.
Especially for
It was
large.
like
Like, damn.
two. It was like 12 or 14-inch pizza or something.
Yeah.
Don't remember. I think it's like I think it's a 12-inch pizza. But it was like two
Yeah.
12-inch pizzas for $20. That tastes decently well.
Yeah.
Damn. I love this.
Nice. Yeah, yeah. Definitely.
Hmm.
Very cool.
Okay, I have one conundrum right now.
Mhm.
I have the oven. I have the pizza in the fridge. I can heat the pizza and eat them while tasting amazing.
Yeah.
But I have to bring the oven from top of
Mm.
the whole closet.
Oh. It's honestly, it's worth it. Don't put it in the microwave. It's not worth the
No, I'm not
sacrifice.
putting. I'm just like a. It's either I eat it just cold pizza or just bring the oven down and eat
Oh.
it from there.
Ooh. I mean, how much effort would that take though? Cause is it like that heavy or anything, or would it just be like?
It's Give me a second.
Oh. He
Give me a
goes.
second.
Oh my. Oh my, I might run out of time. Okay.
It doesn't do flash with wide angle.
Oh.
Yeah, this is hold on. Do it as fast as. Okay. Okay. Put my phone. Retina. Good,
Yep.
good. You select things. Send. Go there and send it to Olivia too, because here.
Oh. Wait,
See where
what?
this is placed right now.
It's Gah?
It's right on top of everything.
It's on top of
It's on top of the PS4.
It's on top of the 3D printer box, the
So-
PS5 box, the Valve Index box,
Yes.
of course. As one does.
So, if you gone, then your internet going to cut off.
Yeah. I honestly wait 1 sec. I'm gonna like
I think-
beg for time real quick
Yeah.
so I have time to end.
It's fine. You can understand.
No,
Okay.
no, like if I get cut off, I won't wait 1 sec. Getting cut off is the worst. I'll be right back 1 sec.
Well, you can see with the open.
Okay, wait. Wrong hand. Alright, I've secured 2 extra minutes. Oh, Horizon's gone. Damn it, I didn't even get to say goodbye to him. Ah, it's okay. Alright. Alright, well, bye, Olivia. It was nice to see you again. Have a good night. And his goof. Live together? No. No. I think his thing is... Well, actually, no, because he's at home now, so I don't know why his internet would have got cut off. I was gonna say, because when he was in the dorm room and stuff, that was just a school thing, but I don't know. Alright. See ya. Coincidence indeed. Oh, right. Damn it. I didn't... Oh, well. Alright, but that's gonna be about it for tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate all the love and support. I hope you all had a good time. Hope you have a wonderful evening. No raid tonight, but I will see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.